Well, so I figure if I'm going to watch this shit, I might as well stream it because I'm not going to want to watch it ever again. So, you know. All right. I'm just going through all the videos that were posted in the Telegram chat today in order. So let's see here. We're starting with, yeah, Tommy Jim. Where is he? Yeah, I mean, I know it's there. But yeah, okay.
A nasty short squeeze is coming for AMC. Today I want to talk about what's currently going on in the crypto market and how this will lead to massive hedge fund liquidations, leading to a gamma squeeze and leading to the AMC squeeze. So stay tuned and let's make some money. And now I want to dive straight in with the key information. So I again want to show you this chart from Mac 10 with another daily update. The Google Trends term for recession has now increased past those March 2020 highs, not only a day later. We saw another lackluster day for the S&P 500, and the S&P 500 closed the week down 5.8%, the largest one-week decline since March of 2020. This has obviously left investors and the general public very, very panicked, and the Google Trends search term for recession has hit new all-time highs, significantly higher than in March of 2020 and substantially higher than back in 2008. Mac 10 tweeted saying, "Bulls, this week you got proof of a recession. The housing crash, the tech collapse, the crypto crash, the global risk off, the bond obliteration, the bear market, and record tightening." Now is obviously the worst time to be buying the drop in general blue chip stocks, but the best time to be preparing for the coming AMC squeeze. Zero Hedges tweeted saying, "Today, recession became the baseline and the minimum to expect over the coming months."
He just said it was the worst time to buy
expect every Wall Street bank to revise their GDP forecasts to contraction in the coming days.
Fucking retard.
Until recently, these major Wall Street banks were expecting a small GDP increase for the second quarter. A couple of days ago, that was cut to zero growth, and now it's expected to be cut negative, showing and confirming the US
Zero
is
Hedge
currently
said it must be
in a
fucking
recession.
true.
Now, to add on to that, early Sunday morning, Bitcoin dumped by $1,200 in under 90 seconds. And Gavin asks, "Does anyone know what happened or who blew up?" Again, I think this is just more and more hedge funds extracting liquidity from the crypto markets, extracting liquidity from blue chip stocks to prop up their heavily over-leveraged short positions.
Yeah, right.
Maybe this is just more hedge funds extracting cash and extracting liquidity, or maybe a hedge fund blew up late on Friday or early Saturday morning, and the liquidation process is currently
hedge funds?
underway.
Always has to be hedge funds.
Obviously, the stocks won't be liquidated until market hours on Monday morning, but obviously crypto is traded
closed on Monday, Tom,
and therefore their crypto holdings can be liquidated
right
away. Bitcoin not only dropped below $20,000 per coin, but it also dropped below $19,000 per coin to around 18,700 as of Saturday morning. Now, I want to talk about how this is going to impact hedge funds as a whole and how this is going to lead to more liquidations, a gamma squeeze, and the AMC squeeze.
Great, I can't wait
Frank
to see
tweeted
this.
saying the crypto lender BlockFi is struggling to raise cash despite an offering to take a steep discount on its valuation, raising the risk that it could be forced into a financial restructuring.
The only thing blowing up is the
bankruptcy. The New Jersey-based startup, which last fall raised $400 million in a funding round that valued the company at $5 billion, has for at least a month been trying to raise only $100 million at a valuation of just $1 billion, a haircut that amounts to over an 80% drop over half a year. Now, the fact that BlockFi is struggling to raise $100 million could show that BlockFi is in trouble, and BlockFi could soon go under, managing billions of dollars of investor capital. Layback has said when Coinbase goes belly up and they take everyone's coins, that's when it's going to get real. Or when people start panicking and pull their assets from Coinbase, that will then exacerbate the issue. Right now, I think these hedge funds are fulfilling the self-fulfilling prophecy.
Someone should
by
tell
extracting
Kathy
more
Wood.
And more liquidity from the crypto market, they are crashing crypto as a whole, causing these hedge funds to take on more and more heavy losses, which will mean they're going to struggle to meet those margin requirements. If these hedge funds take out too much liquidity from the crypto market, it will cause some absolutely massive platforms like Coinbase and like BlockFi to end up
one thing
going
the hedge
belly
funds
up.
know how to do.
Now, obviously, if these
is too
platforms
much.
do go belly up, Bitcoin and crypto as a whole will crash even further, causing more and more losses to these hedge funds. We know these hedge funds are pulling liquidity from the crypto market, they're pulling liquidity from the blue chip stock market, all to support these massively over-leveraged short positions. But obviously if they take out too much liquidity and suffer too many heavy losses in crypto and in blue chip stocks, they will fail to meet margin calls. So I want to talk about what's going to happen when these hedge funds do fail to meet margin calls and they end up being liquidated and forced to sell off their shares and forced to cover their short positions. And guys, if you didn't already know, you can currently get 10 free stocks worth up to $2,500 order flow to market makers. Remember that Susquehanna are actually one of these funds that are currently to Citadel. Chris Murphy, the co-head of derivative strategy at Susquehanna International. Now, obviously, it's important to remember that Susquehanna are actually one of these funds that are currently shorting AMC. They're not the only fund shorting AMC, but they are one of many.
The argument would be that if we do continue to trade higher throughout the afternoon, and some of those, for example, in the money puts end up out of the money by the afternoon, then you might have hedgers and market makers have to go out and buy back some stocks. So that could exacerbate some of these moves. And certainly options expiration is going to have an impact on the trading today.
But it sounds like you're saying, if anything, this could tilt us to the upside. Like if we are trading to the upside throughout the afternoon, that might cause could I call it a bit of a short squeeze almost?
Yeah, they would call it a gamma squeeze. That's correct, because if you think about it, all, for example, puts that might have been bought a month ago or 2 weeks ago, they're in the money now by enough amount that they're probably fully hedged. So if we go down further, there's not much extra things to do. However, if we do move higher and all of a sudden you don't need as much of a hedge on those in the money puts, yeah, it could have an impact on the upside. Yeah.
And I think that is exactly what's going to happen to AMC when we see these hedge funds being liquidated. When we see even the first or second hedge fund that is currently shorting AMC being liquidated, AMC will move higher. They'll have to buy back AMC shares and cover their short positions. Now, obviously, when AMC moves higher, it's going to cause tons of in-the-money puts to go out of the money and tons of out-of-the-money call options to go in the money. That's going to mean these market makers have to hedge for these new in-the-money calls and new out-of-the-money puts by buying additional shares of AMC in the open market. Now, obviously, when these market makers buy more and more shares of AMC to hedge for AMC increasing and rising upwards, it will cause more hedge funds to be liquidated as they suffer more and more losses on their short positions and their blue chip stock positions and their crypto positions, causing the AMC gamma squeeze, leading to the AMC short squeeze. And Goldman Sachs has said now it certainly feels like we are primed for a nasty squeeze early next week. I think playbook remains to sell the low liquidity bear market squeezes whenever they appear, and I think we'll see more than our fair share of them. Now, I don't know if this nasty squeeze is going to happen early next week or the week after or whenever it's realistically going to happen. Well, of course it's going to be next week. Even Goldman Sachs are saying the market is primed for a nasty squeeze. Goldman Sachs has said in notional terms this week's shorting activity on our PB book was the second largest ever on our record. That's showing that these shorts are still very, very active, adding to their over-leveraged short positions and shorting the overall market as a whole. And therefore, this is just more and more shorts that will end up being liquidated when AMC squeezes. Because obviously, as we start seeing new hedge funds being liquidated that are shorting AMC, they'll be forced to sell off the majority of their portfolio, which is long positions, and cover the smaller portions of their portfolio, which is those AMC shorts. When that happens, AMC will rise, causing the gamma squeeze, as market makers will have to hedge these new in-the-money options, compounding the effects on AMC, causing the short squeeze. Or to be specific, per the words of Goldman Sachs, causing this nasty short squeeze. But the Cabetti letter has also left some closing thoughts for the worst week of the stock market since 2020. They've said once this is all said and done, aka when the market bottoms out, they've said a generational buying opportunity.
Yeah, we know. We've been talking about that in our chat for over a week now.
Will change their lives forever. Now, obviously,
Yeah,
as
we've been
David
talking
said,
about
there
this.
is still a lot more pain to
Welcome
come
to
because
party.
I do think the market does have a much further way to fall until the market bottoms out. Obviously, Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley are expecting the S&P 500 to fall to 3,400 or 340, or 3,150 or 315, or potentially below 300 points. However far the S&P 500 does have left to fall, we know that when it's all said and done,
This
and
guy
when the
should
market
not be allowed
bottoms,
to
and we're
invest in
seeing
our
peak
markets.
capitulation by these hedge
You know,
funds,
really.
and we're seeing maximum liquidations in these
Fuck it.
hedge funds, it will cause the
be
AMC
banned.
squeeze or a generational buying opportunity. At the very, very bottom, when we have the maximum amount of hedge funds being liquidated that will be liquidated, they'll all be forced to sell off the large
Swear to
majority
God, he
of their
sounds like a fucking
portfolios,
robot.
aka long stocks, and cover or close out of their smaller portions of their portfolios, aka their AMC shorts. And when we have multiple hedge funds that are currently shorting AMC, closing out of all of their shorts, potentially all at the same time or within the space of a few days of each other, it will cause AMC to rise, causing a gamma squeeze, leading to the short squeeze. And not only will AMC squeeze at the very, very bottom of the market, but the market will also be at the very, very bottom. And therefore, we as investors could potentially capitalize and take our money from the AMC squeeze and reinvest it into the S&P 500 or the wider market as a whole when it's at the very, very bottom.
A market
Now, as I've said
wider
before in
than the
previous videos,
S&P
I do think it's
500,
important
okay.
when we reinvest to avoid those growth stocks, to avoid those risky plays, and to basically avoid any play that may be manipulated. I think when we reinvest our life-changing amounts of money, it's best to almost side with the hedgies and buy stocks that they are buying, like Apple, like Amazon, like Microsoft, like Google, and many other large-cap blue-chip stocks. We know that when it's at the very, very bottom, these blue chips will
doing that
recover
all the
because
time,
they
you
always
dumb fuck.
do, and they will set new highs
Oh
over
my
the
God.
next our life-changing
Here you go.
very bottom. Now, as I've said before in previous videos, I do think it's important when we reinvest to avoid those growth stocks, to avoid those risky plays, and to basically avoid any play that may be manipulated. I think when we reinvest our life-changing amounts of money, it's best to almost side with the hedgies and buy stocks that they are buying, like Apple, like Amazon, like Microsoft, like Google, and many other large-cap blue-chip stocks. We know that when it's at the very, very bottom, these blue chips will recover because they always do, and they will set new highs over the next few years. And therefore, we could potentially double, triple, or even quadruple our life-changing amounts of money generated from the AMC short squeeze. And a sign that we could be close to the bottom of the market, or somewhat closer to the bottom of the market, is the Bank of America bull and
He's
bear
a fucking
indicator.
robot.
Now, I've shown you this chart before. Obviously, the higher up the indicator they are means the more bullish they are. The lower down the indicator they are means the more bearish. Last time I showed you this, Bank of America was currently sat at 0.2, basically at the end of this extremely bearish category. Now this has decreased from 0.2 to 0.0, and this means that Bank of America officially can't get any more bearish on the market than they are right now.
Wow.
Obviously, this is just one sign from one major bank that could potentially be trying to convince retail investors to buy back into the market right now, when we still have more falling to do. But I do think
They
the
would
market
never do
is
that.
heading towards the bottom. Obviously, I can't tell you whether the bottom is a week
Well,
away,
let's hope
2
he
weeks
says it
away,
one more time,
6
then.
months away, because nobody really knows how long the current recession or how long the current stock market crash will last.
Well, maybe
As
Bank
David
of
said,
America
I do
does.
think there
Maybe
is
these
still more
institutions that
pain
you're
to
quoting.
come, as we haven't seen this peak capitulation
saying.
yet by these hedge funds, and we haven't yet seen enough hedge funds being liquidated to call out a market bottom. But I do think the most important message to remember is this tweet here from Rodrigo. He said the market as a whole never goes straight down every single day consistently. He said we all know this. He said yes, the greater trend is down and he is looking for it to hit lower lows, but the market will never go straight down every single day. Obviously, if we look at the S&P 500 over the last 5 or 6 months, yes, we have seen down days, we have seen green days, we have seen small recoveries and more falling, but the general trend over the last few months is this severely downward channel.
Well, that's good that you can see
Therefore,
that.
next week we may see a
Awesome.
small recovery back over this downward trending line, but over the next 2 to 3 weeks, again we'll see it fall below 360.
I hope we go to all-time
below
highs just to
350,
spite
and
this asshole.
continuing to fall. And
All-time
every single
highs.
day, the further and further that we do fall means that we are every single day closer and closer to these hedge funds being liquidated. As
Not
I said,
really.
I don't know if these hedge funds will be liquidated at 350, at
Don't you understand that
325, at
a
300,
lot of hedge funds
or
are
below.
short?
But I
You
do know
understand
at some
that?
point it is guaranteed that they will be liquidated. I just don't know.
It's
exactly
guaranteed?
what day. But guys,
Come
be sure to let me
on.
know what you think down in the comments below.
Oh, you don't want me to
Also,
know.
be sure
You don't want me to let you know what I think. You don't. Oh, God. Red box is the new short squeeze play. This one is the beast and will make AMC and GME squeeze too. God damn. Oh my God. Well, he didn't say life-changing another time, so I think we can say no MOAS, right? Let's see. Okay, what do we got here? What do we got here? Okay. I don't know. I don't know what a lot of this stuff is, so I'm just going to play it. Fuck it. Oh. Oh, I'm not going to play this whole thing. Who put this in there? Who put this? God damn it. Who put this in there?
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel.
Fane. Who the hell is this?
Welcome back to another live. Man.
All right.
Choosing which investments you want to buy to build long-term wealth. So let me dive on in here. It looks like we got a lot of people already in the we're in the accumulation stage.
Our resident
all right,
bear.
Just Football. Appreciate the super chat. Hey, Richard, great work on the channel. Top man. Thank you so much. Just Football. I appreciate it. Free like
that.
summer. Appreciate the super chat, man.
God damn it.
ETF. I think it's VHT. So check. They don't sell BMWs. If they get them in on trade, they just try to get them out. But I'm talking to the verifiable income. I can go leverage 5 to 1 and control. So in essence, I can leverage 5 to 1, right? So if it's a $500,000 property, right?
All right.
I put 20% down, which is $100,000.
All right, I'm moving on to something. Yeah, he's doing super chat cash grab.
Hey man, let me address this pussy and this bitch named Lord X Nemesis. See, man, I didn't want to pull up on your punk ass, your bitch ass. You see what I'm saying? Although, man, I know on these videos, man, I done said I don't do drama. I don't do drama. But if this shit come my way, I don't mind fucking dealing with it, Trick. Let me tell you something, man. I'm putting up on your bitch ass because this is the second time you put my motherfucking name in the title of your videos. I don't fuck with you. I don't know you. I don't talk about you. And bitch, if you don't like what I'm saying on my motherfucking videos, what the fuck you watching them for? You ain't gotta subscribe to me. If you ain't subscribed to me, the only way you can find me is you look my motherfucking videos up, ho. Ain't you the same motherfucker that was on YouTube about 2 or 3 months ago, bitching and whining, talking about you couldn't get no motherfucking views to your channel? Oh, are you crying over a motherfucking YouTube channel? That's some bitch shit. YouTube is owned by somebody else. Even if you got some views, you don't own this motherfucker. This somebody else's business. So, man, if you don't, why you keep putting my motherfucking name in your title? See, the thing is, man, I was always taught if somebody fuck up in public, you address it in public. If you'd have done some shit in private, I'd have left the shit in private. But you didn't get the message, man, on the last motherfucking video.
Can I say that? Ah, fuck it, I can say it. This is some ghetto-ass shit right here. Motherfucker. I had to run to my kitchen real quick and get my food. And, shit. it's
upload about putting my motherfucking name in your title. Look, bitch, I don't know you.
I don't know you.
I wish you stayed in Memphis. If I saw you, I'd keep the same motherfucking energy.
Whoa, wait a minute. He just revealed where he was.
But you didn't get the message, man, on the last motherfucking video I uploaded about putting my motherfucking name in your title. Look, bitch, I don't know you. I don't fuck with you. I wish you stayed in Memphis. If I saw
Right there. He's in Memphis. Well, I just said last time, one of the times, I wonder where this guy lives. Wonder where he's at. Now we know, Memphis. I'm guessing Tennessee.
you, I keep the same motherfucking energy. I don't play with hoes. You a bitch ass motherfucker. You a trick. Man, don't be mentioning my motherfucking name in your motherfucking videos. I'm gonna tell you something, boy. When this motherfucking short squeeze over with, I'ma ride on your bitch ass on YouTube, man. Every time I
This guy thinks he's going to get rich? I mean, seriously? This guy thinks that he's going to get rich. I mean, what a joke. I've never known a wealthy person that act like this. Channeling Will Smith. Chris Rock in hiding. Jesus Christ. I mean, I think I've seen episodes of Jerry Springer with something similar.
get a motherfucking chance until they shut this motherfucking channel down. You bitch. Every time I'ma ride on your bitch ass every time I get the opportunity. See, I don't need a motherfucking YouTube channel. You see what I'm saying, man?
I mean, could fit into many of these here, but just saying.
I don't need the fucking channel. I don't need it, dog. Your bitch ass need it. So every time I get a chance when this mo ass over with, I'ma ride on your bitch ass until they shut my motherfucking channel down. Man, you don't know who you fucking with. Keep my name out your motherfucking mouth. I don't fuck with you. I don't know you.
Wow.
You don't like my motherfucking videos. Don't watch some bitch ass trick.
Wow. He is a piece of shit. That guy is a fucking piece of trash shit. Holy shit. And he thinks he's going to be rich. He thinks he's going to be fucking rich. God damn. Holy fuck. Hey, Frankie, I didn't expect you like this. Oh, really? Because I did. That's who this guy is. One thing I know is true to be, and that is you don't mess with anyone from Memphis. Jesus Christ. Well, you know, if this were me, if this were directed toward me, you can bet your bottom dollar that I would put out another video with his name in the title about him, and I would play this, and I would just, you know, destroy it. Wow. I swear, that's just some garbage. So is that what this is then? Is that what we have here? The next one somebody put in.
Yo, what's up, you guys? Making a video.
Well, okay, no, this is from the 14th. So this must have been one of the ones that Frankie was reacting to.
This is very annoying and frustrating, to be honest with you. I used to like this dude, Frankie Muhammad. I officially unsubscribed from him yesterday because he's no better than Finance News, Practical Finance, or Practical Investments. All these shill, clickbaiting idiots who have these fucking 100K to $1 million price targets. You gotta realize something. Alright, yes, there's DD, there's TA, there's all this information that, you know, the short interest, high percentage short interest, you know, the failed to delivers, all this stuff. And theoretically, yes, maybe it could get to that price if if there was no one in our way and a perfect could have let this fucking you, frankly, paying you for. No one's paying me. I do believe AMC will hit a high price to move forward. When I first got on this play, the highest I think it would be smarter. Oh, what the hell happened? For views, money, now, whatever the fuck you're smoking, stupid high tight. I mean,
I have to say, nobody. I'm never satisfied with the way that these guys are called out. I don't think anybody does it quite as good as we do. Personally, I think that we set the trend for this, and all others fall short. My opinion. But of course, that's my opinion. Okay, so what is this now?
What's up, guys? And I'm here.
So this is from today.
I just want to make a quick response video to Phil for Real. I watched his video yesterday about.
Why is there always so much background noise too?
What I said about Frankie Muhammad. Now, I guess I should clarify, because in my video I was pretty angry, especially after what Tanko Data said about Frankie insulting people who want to sell low. And that's pretty much, I got two issues with Frankie Muhammad. What's up, AC down, sorry.
Yeah. Maybe take your phone off of the air vent.
Driving to get my car worked on today. Gotta get an oil change.
Take the base out.
But anyway, I got two issues, basically. Is Frankie belittling people about selling low when they've been in this play for a long time. That's not cool. Him insulting someone who's been in this play for a long time that needs the money, that has had terrible things happening to them. It shows a lot of courage, determination, will, whatever you want to call it, for us to be in this play, for us to remain.
Well, but that's not necessarily an admirable thing, though. There's nothing admirable about continuing to lose money
in this play for as long as we have. And if somebody wants to sell low, you really shouldn't be insulting them.
But I agree
that's
with that.
Their prerogative.
Okay, I don't know why this is cutting out like that. It's probably in the video, so. All right. Okay, so let's see here. Now we have, we know what he's going to say. I mean, we know what he's going to say.
Did shorts cover?
Did shorts cover? Did shorts cover? Wrong question to ask, Phil. Wrong question to ask. If you're asking that question, all right.
Did shorts cover? No? What are we talking about? All right. First of all, I do want to address this because I am seeing videos and I'm going to have to do it so that way people understand where I'm coming from. All right. So I seen your video, Lord X Nemesis, and here's where I disagree. Number one, you're sharing a shill's video, like a real shill. This dude, I don't know why you're sharing his video. He has no intelligence, no evidence of anything. This dude told us months ago, okay? Now take it from me. I'm an OG in this thing, okay? This dude was like, yeah, AMC will never make it to 25. This thing will never pop off. And then boom, AMC soars to 45. This is last year, you know what I'm saying? And, I know you're new to this, Lord X Nemesis, but some of us, we've been in this for a minute, and take it from us.
What a dick. I know you're new in this. Yeah. Okay, who the hell is he talking about? Who is the shill that he's talking about sharing? I don't know. Chanko native? I'm not sure. I don't know who in the fuck he's talking about. Phil is attacking Tanko native and Lord X Nemesis and defending Frankie. Skip to 12 minutes and 30 seconds, Manuel said. So I love when he tells me to skip to a certain time, because then you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, we're all shills.
Like I said,
they're all
working,
shills.
Adding more attendees, and then making more videos. And then, you know what? Here's the crazy part. I'm making a gaming living room. I'm doing big projects in my house, you know, just so I could, you know, enjoy my life. I'm not going to wait on the MOAS. I'm going to go and handle my business and make sure I'm living like I'm in the MOAS. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, please, people, stop talking shit about Frankie Muhammad. That man ain't did nothing wrong to none of you. You know, he's in his conviction because he's been holding for a very long time. So that man know what the fuck he's talking about. Okay? Just because you new to the scene, Lord X Nemesis, does not mean, okay? Now, I'm gonna be honest. We all supported you when you was all, you know, sad and down and all of that shit. You know, we was here for you, bro. Even Frankie was there for you, bro. Even Frankie was there for you, man. So what I'm telling you is just, you know, just because Frankie has his opinion about the shares and holding to X amount of dollars doesn't mean that he's, you know, doing all of this and that. That's why I said stop listening to Tanko Native. Yeah, he seems like he's relatable because he's some broke ass motherfucker. He ain't relatable at all. That's a fucking Citadel shill. He's
Citadel
talking about,
shill.
oh, Frankie, you lost people's money and homes. Frankie ain't did none of that shit. I'm pushing back. Frankie ain't did none of that shit. Now, if you feel like that's what he did, why don't you prove it to me, Tanko Native? Tanko Native. I'm calling you out, Tanko Native. See, Lord X Nemesis, I mean, listen, you got to understand, bro. You can't sit around and just watch other YouTubers and, you know, thinking they the only way. We're not look at me, bro. Look at me.
Yeah,
I'm not the only
I'm an
way,
idiot.
bro. I'm just holding I'm holding this same shit like everybody else holding. But listen, you can't sit around and be like, you know, Frankie is this and that, you know, blah, blah. Listen, Frankie is making his videos before he go and put in his hours and go to work and have his conviction and hold it. Just like everybody else, just like the plan was, like I've been said, for you new YouTubers, this is why I said, why are we asking for new AMC shareholders, right? And this ain't no diss to you, Lord X Nemesis, this is what I'm saying. The risk of new individuals coming into the play is that they don't know how strong this conviction really is. I don't give a fuck about what a motherfucker from Citadel says. You see what everything is happening. You see that AMC is making millions of dollars. You see that we got synthetic shares. You see that the SEC is trying to do everything to stop us. You see that Citadel is trying to do everything to stop us. You see that CNBC, Yahoo Finance, Motley Fool, Charles Gasparino, Jim Cramer, those fucking shitheads swooping his hair on CNBC. You see all of them try to stop us. The main people that try to support us, Charles Payne, to that nice lady with the red hair that like gives Charles Gasparino a hard time. She sees this. Jon Stewart sees us. Eddie Griffin sees us. Bob Saget, rest his soul, seen us.
Oh,
seen
he's dead.
The DD. Seen the
let me quote Bill Gates. Well, he's dead, so
evidence that we see. But they know that those rich motherfuckers at the top ain't
Jeffrey Epstein, he saw it too.
Gonna let it happen.
Well, he's
or
dead,
try to make it not let it happen until it becomes uncontrollable. An uncontrollable event. So for you to say, well, I don't see it getting to 100,000, well, you're not the only one who don't think it'll get there. However, what do you do when it becomes uncontrollable? What do you do? What happens? What if someone said, hey, you know what, Berkshire shouldn't get X amount of dollars per share? What if someone said that?
Oh, I love
what
when
if
they
someone
say
said that? And they just did everything they could to stop it. What if they did that?
Well, It wouldn't
how
work
would the world change
because
then?
Berkshire Hathaway
Huh?
actually has fundamental
It
value.
makes no sense, right? I mean, it just really
It
makes
doesn't
no
make
sense.
sense.
To me.
You're right, Phil.
There's
It does not make
shares
sense.
out there
Phil for
that's
shills.
worth thousands of dollars.
Yeah, because
shares,
the companies are
right?
actually
thousands
profitable.
of dollars. But this
they
one
own
in
a lot of
particular,
shit.
Oh no, it can't go.
It can't.
Won't go.
You're right. It can't.
You see, one thing about being a black man in America,
AMC
and I'm sorry for
is
everybody
a
that
shit
feel like
company.
they not in my shoes, but one thing I learned about being a black man in America is that, boy,
okay.
these motherfuckers will lie to your fucking
It has
face.
nothing to do with you
And guess
being
what?
black. You're playing the fucking race card. Really. You are playing the race card. How fucking ignorant. Okay? It's not because you're black. It's because you're a fucking moron. I'm calling you out, Phil. Fucking idiot.
What I'm gonna do?
Wow.
I'm gonna eat every last one of them shits up.
You
But
fucking
this whole
played the
time
race
I've been
card.
threatened by congressmen. I've been told I'm stupid. I've been told I'm, an idiot, dumb money. I've been told all this shit. And guess what? This whole time I've been getting my bag up. This whole time I've been holding. This whole time I've been chilling, laughing, smoking good up in here, living my life. I'm living in a Moaz environment over here. Okay? So I'm happy, man. I'm good. So for KG and the rest of them that think they could hurt us, you ain't hurting shit, homeboy. Now go cover your shorts. Go cover your shorts before you come back down to Florida thinking you finna vacation. Because like I said, homeboy, at some point, it's going to get to a point.
So he's in Florida?
Well, we're going to have to
He
see
just revealed his
each
location
other.
in Florida?
And I ain't talking about me. I'm talking about retail and this motherfucker that keeps stealing, thinking he going to come down and vacate and think shit going to be sweet. Nah. Because, see, everybody's trying to blame retail for 401ks and all this and that from some rich motherfucker who don't know what the fuck they talking about. They being told whatever the fuck their boss is saying. But at the same time, these motherfuckers sit around illegally short. Like, that's the thing. Y'all want us to have morals. Come on, guys. AMC can never get this high. Come on, $50 should be great. Won't you be happy with that? Fuck morals, my man. Come on, man. Fuck morals. These motherfuckers ain't got no morals every day when they create synthetic shares, when they literally create more shares to short AMC. The cost to borrow goes up a whole lot every day. That's why I say you gotta stay off YouTube, man. Stop wondering what YouTube. Why don't you go and head on over to Twitter?
Well, if they're creating more shares to short them, why would the cost to borrow go up? If they're adding supply of shares to short, the cost to borrow shouldn't go up. How's that make sense? Yeah, with the cost to borrow going up means there's fewer shares to short, which kind of implies that they're not creating new shares to short, doesn't it, Phil?
Some people, and why don't you go and see some of the information they're posting? Your conviction could be just as strong, and so that way you don't come on YouTube acting like a dumbass like 8Father does. Well, with that being said, I know it's like 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning. I don't know what time it is. Anyways, I'm out. Did the shorts cover. It's time to smoke my blunt. I'm out.
Oh, my goodness. All right. This is the last one that was in the chat. And I actually put it in there. Of course I did.
Yo, he is so alien. That's me and my red lobster right there. What up, Bernie? Bernie! Get him, Bernie! Then we just hooked him up with a new lobster. All right, don't eat him. Everybody was like, dude, you don't show Bernie because you ate him. How the thanks button when you hit the thanks. Don't. If you ask me a question, any question, music that I play, guitar, tell anything that you guys. Father's Day weekend, gonna be crazy over here, having parties. 3 weeks ago, when I started discussing it on YouTube, that there was a lot of pushback. There's a lot of hate, there was a lot of FU, there was a lot of it's a scam, you're being played, which in the beginning I said the same thing. I said, guys, please don't take your eye off of AMC, because now we have this new distraction here. But then when I started looking at the numbers and I started looking at the play and the people behind it and how easily the price was driven up and there was a little bit of honesty on the books for once. I said, you know, all the hidden part of AMC is actually being worn on Redbox for us all to see. And then when Aron comes out the other day and he's like, yeah, all the everything you think about naked shorting, synthetics, you know, we have no reliable sources that agree with any of y'all on that, so take a hike. And a lot of people think that AMC is overshorted by, what, 200%, 300%, 400%. There's all these absurd numbers out there. You've got a billion synthetics. We don't know. At least we know with Redbox, and this is why I'm seeing a lot of people now are ultra gung-ho and they're coming over to our camp. It's because what you thought was going on, or what you can't really prove is going on with AMC, there it is, in your face. Failures to deliver exceed the entire float. Guys, there was a 3 million share discrepancy with AMC the other day. 3 million share, the entire float. That's the discrepancy is the entire float of Redbox.
No, it's not.
Can you believe
not
that?
The
That's
entire
why
float.
if the
God
wind
damn it.
blows slightly, Redbox goes to $27. It's already been at $27. It's going back to $27. I'm seeing now that I'm not getting any pushback. I'm seeing now that when I talk about it on my AMC videos, and I'll read comments down below, and it's all Redbox. Dude, I've already bought in. I got 100 shares of Redbox. Tuesday, I'm buying 100. There's no more pushback. I'm seeing a red wave coming over. Now, this is important. This is so important because that's what we need to blow all these moasses up. Because if you can trigger one, you will trigger them all. Pay attention to your charts Friday at close. Did you notice these patterns of all these short squeezes were all moving identical? Why is that? Algorithmic buying, selling, trading, all done by computers. All these mimics, the patterns all mimic one another, which means if you get one to blow, it'll create a domino effect. They all blow. Which one is set to detonate first?
Well, that's not necessarily true.
Redbox is set to detonate.
What if they're all
any
being
fucking day? And I can say that with 100% certainty.
100%,
because
wow.
it's on the books. They're not lying to us.
Okay.
The failures to deliver exceed the float. The short interest exceeds the float. Guys, where does retail even come into all this shit? If the failures to deliver, the short interest is already almost 9 million shares, yet only 8 million shares exist. What the fuck is going on here?
See, that's
I'm
wrong.
buying a shit ton.
That's
You're
incorrect.
buying a shit ton. Where does retail fit into this? So think about what's
12.5
going
million
on with this
shares.
play, guys. And why are they pulling the buy button right now on options? People are getting scared, man. You know, I think institutions, market makers are saying, okay, this motherfucker very well could blow and we're going to have to shell out a lot of cash. Are people going to be able to cover? They're looking out for themselves now, and I totally get it because this is a very dangerous stock. So this is what I have to say. In the next 3 weeks, we have 3 weeks that we know we're safe. Minimum of 3 weeks. If enough people come into this ticker, you buy one share and it goes to $1,000. The possibility of this thing going to $500 to $1,000, just think of GME, the size of the float, and in 2 days, what'd it go from, like, I don't remember, $20 to $500 in 2 days? Why was that? If GME can pull off such a stunt, Redbox can pull off a way larger feat than 500. So my point is, even if, so I'm sitting on 100 now because I just sold 400. She shot way past 13. I was like, I gotta fucking sell. So now I'm sitting on 100 shares of Redbox. If I were to lose those 100 shares, I don't even care. Because I'm gonna sit around and wait for the $1,000 mark. I will lose the fucking 100 shares. I don't give a shit. And that's kind of my point in this video, is maybe if we had enough people come over to say, you know, I'll buy 1 to 10 shares, and I don't give a shit what happens with the merger. I'm going to see if we get enough people on this thing to drive this price up to where they get called. They get margin called, game over, and she does actually hit the 1,000 that triggers all the molasses in the entire lineup. The reason I'm using Redbox, the TNT, it's all fucking there to detonate. It will detonate first. AMC will not squeeze before Redbox. So phone the neighbors, wake the fucking kids, tell everybody you know to buy one lousy share of Redbox. And if you lose it, you lose it. But the chances of it going to $1,000 are better than GME ever going back to $500. Remember that. Remember that. Or if you want GME back to $500, you better get your ass some Redbox because that's the only way it's going to go down. All right? So that's all I got to say. Come Tuesday, I'm not going to chase this thing up. There's not going to be any FOMO out of me. But when I double or triple down Tuesday, I just want you guys to know that I will not be selling any more Redbox from here on out. If I double and triple down at a really good price, I promise you guys, those shares, now after I see what I see, those shares stay in. That's how much conviction I now have for the Redbox play. My shares will stay in.
Now we know we can buy in because they're all going to buy in and hold and not sell. So now we know we can buy in and sell the fucking top. We'll sell the rip. Yep. Thanks a lot, Teddy.
Will no longer be day trading my hundreds, the 3, the 4, the 500 shares. Okay, guys. That's all I got to say. Y'all have an awesome weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Enjoy yourselves.
Okay. Well, there we go. Now we know we can make some money next week on Redbox. AMC stock, New World Order. How about that? Kiev Angelo. Awesome.
Well, guys, according to Credit Suisse, New World Order is coming on the stock market.
Susie.
And this is not a good news according to Credit Suisse. This is a warning sign. Credit Suisse has warned of a New World Order in financial markets after central banks begin aggressively ramping up interest rates.
Context disclaimer
The Swiss
here.
lender said markets had been caught in the perfect storm with surging inflation, higher interest rates, and the war in Ukraine, all taking their toll on investor sentiment. Opa! Guys, look what kind of letter they sent to their investors. Both equities and bonds have corrected, which means that investors have had almost no place to hide. Even with diversified portfolios have taken a hit. What this actually means, essentially no matter how smart or diversified you are as a hedge fund or individual investor on the market, you will be losing. The question is how much you can take, right? Remember this scene from Rocky, right? Rocky is saying to his son that doesn't matter how strong you can hit. It's about how strong you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's the whole point over here. So essentially, again, the size of the hedge fund will be the most important part over here because the biggest ones, right, will be able to persevere like for the longer period of time. I don't think so that they will be able, to clear the losses and keep moving forward. Even layoffs, even,
Did he really just
reducing the
quote
management
Rocky?
fees, trying to provide some other advantages to the clients, they will lose a lot of clients if this particular performance or this prediction from Credit Suisse is correct. Just think about, essentially, they're saying on simple street language, everyone who is invested on the market will be losing money. There is no way out so far. There is no way to diversify or hedge your positions. So some people will lose more, some people less. But generally speaking, everyone will be losing. And you probably wonder, what do I think about this?
Awesome.
Well, I think that they tried to hide
He was wrong. I was over
some of their underperformance
at my washer.
behind the rate hike, behind the war,
really
behind the Fed.
understand what he
sure,
was saying anyway.
all this, influence over the market. But see exactly what they actually add to the letter to the clients. This represents nothing less than a reset of the currently still low interest rates level.
I don't know Rocky that well enough to
During this
probably be able to tell.
Financial markets looks to remain volatile, as the reset brings with clear uncertainty and, of course, much less accommodative monetary policy. again, I don't like this because they're looking, for a help in macroeconomics. They're looking somebody else to help them. They point out somebody else was wrong, that they lost money, right? Fed, interest rate hikes, and the war, and now they're looking somebody else to save them. They want, the whole global economy to adjust with them. It's not going to happen, especially with Bitcoin under $17,000, guys. Crazy margin calls will be coming this week. Unfreaking believable. But think about it, okay? No emotions. Who will be selling Bitcoin at these prices? No one. The people who will be selling will be the ones who will be only enforced to sell. How? By having a margin call.
Now, you can't say margin call and then say no emotions.
The loan or the interest.
I mean, seriously.
Anyone else who was invested like me in Bitcoin or other crypto, I'm not selling, right?
Yeah, I need one of those
investors
mics,
on the market are not selling. They're waiting for a good prices to actually buy more.
Well, one of my microphones got destroyed in the vacuum cleaner, I actually do have a better microphone, but I don't have a mic. I don't have a stand for it. I need to get a stand of some kind to put it on. And maybe a USB interface for it, because it's an actual microphone with a regular cable. But anyway, I don't know. Yeah.
Another financial advice, guys.
I need a camera
too. Very, very tricky.
That's what
these prices are the prices of Bitcoin from 2020, 2 years back. And sure, the economy is much worse than the economy in 2020.
I think I do have a stand somewhere, or I can get one. They're pretty cheap.
Sure, the investor confidence could be higher, right? People could have much more appetite to buy more because they saw how high the crypto could go. But this is just in terms for individual investors. Institutional investors have no more time to wait. Like I said, they have to liquidate positions, cut losses, and try at least to move at some way forward. We went over a giant crypto hedge fund, 3 billion under assets, under management assets, right? We saw liquidations, 3 Arrow Capital. Again, representation that they don't have like unlimited time. Hold strategy doesn't work for institutional investors because they have to keep up with the performance. They have to keep up, with the balance sheet.
That's interesting.
They have to make sure that at the end of the day,
stock investors
the leverage worth less than the profitability. So, guys, very, very interesting week ahead. Might be filled up with a lot of bad feelings. But it's not everything bad when it's bad.
Honestly, it's probably going to be like a range-bound trading week. It's probably going to be up and down and kind of going sideways until the market kind of figures out where it should be. And there's a GDP number coming out sometime. I don't know if it's next week or if it's the following week. I forget. But yeah, I'm not necessarily like looking for anything really crazy to happen. Let's see. Let's check the economic calendar and see. Yeah, it's a week from this coming Wednesday, GDP growth rate. So the forecast is down 1.5%. So this is an interesting blurb here. The economy contracted an annual 1.5% on quarter in the first 3 months of 22, slightly worse than initial estimates of a 1.4% decline, with the biggest drag coming from trade. Imports surged more than initially anticipated, 18.3 versus 17.7% in the advanced estimate, led by non-food and non-automotive consumer goods, and exports dropped slightly less, down 5.4 versus down 5.9%, mainly due to non-durable goods. Also in private inventories, subtracted 1.09 percentage points from the growth, the most in 3 quarters, led by decreases in wholesale trade, mainly motor vehicles, as well as mining, utilities, and construction. This is last quarter, right? It's not out yet. Meanwhile, fixed investment growth is revised lower. On the other hand, consumer spending rose more, 3.1% versus 2.7%, led by housing and utilities and motor vehicles and parts, while spending on gasoline and other energy goods decreased. Great. So yeah, that's what we got here. The 1.4. Second quarter estimate is down 1.5%. Great. And it was 1.5% for, yeah. Fantastic. So that's not next week, it's the following week. Pretty much it for him. That's pretty much it. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I found this article earlier today, and I printed it to PDF because it's on Bloomberg, and you never know if I'm going to have free articles on Bloomberg or not. So, but this is from 2018. Go to zero isn't great for short sellers. It's hard to bet on disaster because that's when bets tend not to get paid off. From Bloomberg, April 11th, 2018. The way, oh yeah, so I actually just want to look at that. Alt P? No. Shift P? I don't know. But yeah. So it's talking about short selling, betting against the stock, borrow it from someone. Eventually you go out in the market, buy the stock back, and deliver it to the person who owns it. If all has gone well, you will buy it back for less, and the difference will be your profit. Well, part of the difference will go to pay a fee to the stock lender, who will generally charge you a percentage for each day that you borrow the stock. But hopefully the stock will go down a lot, and the difference between your selling and buying price will be more than cover the fee. How far do you want it to go down? This seems like simple stuff. If you sell the stock for 20 and it goes to 15, you make $5 minus the lending fee. If it goes to 10, you make $10. If it goes to 5, you make 15. If it goes to $1, you make 19, etc. The arithmetic is pretty straightforward. And yet, there are weird singularities. If the stock goes to 0, I guess you make 20. That's the goal, right? Except, what does it mean for a stock to go to 0? If a stock goes to $1, that means people are buying and selling it on the stock exchange for $1. But if it goes to 0, who is selling stock for $0? Go to 0 is a conventional expression, especially popular among short sellers, but you have to be careful with it. If a stock goes to 0 by going from $20 to 2 cents, or if it goes to 0 through a formal bankruptcy process, then that is a pretty unequivocal win for the short seller. But some other paths to 0 are actually bad. Gates says he's stuck in he stuck short China Biotics, for instance, a stock that was halted in November 2013 when the SEC revoked its registration. The shares were delisted and the company shut down. Gates showed us a 2018 letter that says he sent to the stock market record keepers at the DTC, in which he laments that a TFS mutual fund has paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in stock loan fees on China Biotics and remained subject to the $2.50 a share margin required by FINRA rules. A handful of other short positions have him in the same predicament. Gates is Rich Gates of TFS Capital, who has joined an industry committee that the SIFMA calls the Worthless Securities Working Group. He shorted some stocks that he thought were frauds, and the SEC agreed that they were frauds and halted them, and then things got worse for him. The shares were worthless, but they didn't trade at 0 or 1 cent or whatever. They didn't trade at all, so he couldn't buy them back to deliver to stock lenders. Here in his letter to the DTCC, he notes, DTCC maintains securities in its records indefinitely that are worthless and illiquid. These securities have not been, quote, taken down by DTCC, despite the fact that they have been deregistered by the SEC, delisted by the exchanges, have no existing business location, operations, management, or employees, and their registration is not in good standing in their state of incorporation. Gates blames the brokers who loaned him the stock for the situation and calls it a glaring conflict of interest for them. But that's not the whole story. Gates' prime brokers aren't necessarily pocketing stock loan fees. They have to pass them on to other firms that supplied the shares, notes Bill Alpert Barons. The only way to legally short stock is to borrow it from someone who owns it. And your stock borrow fee makes its way back to that owner-lender, with brokers taking a cut. The actual conflict of interest is that whoever was long China Biotics stock is still making money from it in limbo. If a stock borrow fees are high enough and the limbo goes on long enough, they might make more from the borrow fees than they would if the company had been successful. The incentives in stock lending are always a little weird. You're making a little extra money on the stock you own by helping someone bet against the stock. But here, they're downright perverse. So this is just talking about, the apes always say that hedge funds are trying to short these stocks into the ground. They want them to go bankrupt. They want to take them out of business. But the point of this little opinion piece here from a few years ago is just that, okay, yeah, maybe, but if a stock literally is not traded on the exchange, short sellers can't buy back. They can't close their short positions. So, in that sense, is it really the goal? I just thought it was interesting because that's what they always say. Anyway. What's going on, guys?
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I've got another very important AMC update to bring all of you this weekend. So what we're going to be talking about in this update is a little bit of the technicals on what we're seeing on AMC right now, the ortex data, a little bit of what we're seeing on the options chain, as well as Max Payne. And then we're going to get into the two key things that I really want to get across to you guys in this update. So the first is going to be that in the last 10 years, the market is seeing right now an all-time...
An all-time what? What do you think he's going to say?
High level of shorting. Now, does this mean the market is going to capitulate and fall directly through the floor, or are shorts going to get squeezed? Well, we're going to be talking about that a little bit later in this video as well. But again,
it seems like a good goddamn time to be shorting the market, doesn't it? Yeah.
Very, very high level of shorting going on in the overall market. Now, in addition to this, I've been seeing a lot of people floating around a couple of these concepts about short interest on AMC right now. There's an article that keeps coming out, and people keep making these claims about who is shorting AMC right now and in how much. In what quantity are they shorting the stock at the given time? We're going to clear up all of that in this video so that you guys can go into next week with the most accurate information on what is going on with the short interest on AMC right now. So again, guys, before we get into all of that information, if you enjoyed the information and analysis, that really helps us out a whole. Hit that subscribe button and turn out of success that people have been having. It was absolutely killing it on Baba. The opportunity that this go up at the end of the month. So AMC closed the day on opportunity that this private live stream on Friday morning was absolutely killing it on Baba and SPY. If you guys are interested in learning this strategy and really taking advantage of the opportunity that this volatile market is giving you right now, make sure you check out that link down below so you can get grandfathered in before the prices go up at the end of the month. So
he's raising his prices. Even he is subject to inflation. I mean, that's pretty absurd.
AMC closed the day on Friday at $12.
Okay, don't need a play-by-play.
Information.
All right, here we go. We need this play-by-play
on AMC right now. But when we come over to the ortex data right here, we've got 22.69% estimated short interest. Actually, let me give this a quick refresh to make sure that we have this up-to-date and accurate information from ortex and what they're estimating. Yep, 22.69, 19.18% average cost to borrow, 21.07% max cost to borrow. And again, almost 196 million shares on loan right now at 195.76 million. And with what we're going to talk about in a few minutes, you can see that this is happening across the board with the overall market right now, which is going to tell us some very interesting and key things going into the next couple of weeks. Now, when we come over to Stonko Tracker and take a look at the potential for a gamma, there's nothing too crazy in terms of what's going on in the options chain until we get out to next July, where there's 400,000 call contracts out of the money right now, but only 10,000 call contracts in the money. So we do need to see that significant price movement to the upside in order to get those calls in the money, these 87,000 puts out of the money, to see those market makers come in and start hedging these contracts. Now, again,
no, that's probably not how they're going to do it. Like, it's just not. Like, I showed that 2 months ago or so, but okay.
There was a really,
I mean, there's some reason why there hasn't been a goddamn gamma squeeze, and it's probably because the mechanics that he's describing are not in play for these stocks, because they know that the apes are trying to exploit the option chain, and I don't know if that were happening and I was, you know, the one in charge of it, I probably would change it up too. So, but I mean, it's not even really, this is nothing compared to last May and June.
Large conversation surrounding max pain over this last week. It started the week at 18, came down to 16. I believe it finished the week at around 15 for what the max pain was going to be for AMC. And again, we didn't finish there. So max pain is not the determining factor over where we are going to finish on any given week. For this next week, max pain is 12. That's just the price where the market makers are going to make the most amount of money. Now, let's start talking about this situation with what's going on with the overall market in terms of the overall short interest. Everybody knows at this point, the Fed raised interest rates by 75 basis points this week. There's a lot of inflation fears. We have the Russian-Ukraine conflict still going. We have those supply chain issues. And again, inflation. And a lot of people are scared over what's going to happen over the next couple of months in the stock market, the housing market, and even the bond market at this point right now, too. So when we come over to this image right here, this is from the Goldman Sachs Prime Book. Remember, Goldman Sachs is one of the, if not the largest prime brokerage in the financial markets. This means that there's facilitating a lot of these transactions, providing leverage, and allowing people to enter these short positions. And they provide a lot of data most of the time, too. So what we're looking at here is anything above here, this zero line, this neutral line in terms of their Z-score is going to be short covering. Anything below, short selling. So when we're looking right here, this red line is the recent low, which would essentially mean a high of short selling over the last couple of years. Since 2010, we have never came back down to this level that we have hit right here. The only other time that we have come down to this low of a level, meaning aggressive shorting in the overall market, was in 2008, the global financial crisis. So when we're looking at this chart right here, there are two possibilities of what could happen. We could see the market bounce and we go on a nasty, aggressive short squeeze of the overall market, which could include AMC and GME. The second is that we are not done yet with the overall sell-off in the total stock market right now, the total equity market, and we do have some ways to go down. But again, people, even if we still come down in the overall market, there is still that vast amount of short interest that is still out there, not only just on AMC and GME, the big indexes, a lot of these bond funds too. There's a lot of people betting against the United States equity market right now that are eventually going to get out of these positions. So that is what I wanted to talk about on that front. But I do want to talk about expanding this a little bit more. So we talked a little bit about shorting in the overall market, but let's talk specifically about AMC. Now, you have to think about sort of the battle that we have going on here with reporting, the regulatory institutions that are trying to come in and potentially make the markets more fair. One of the main things is that we do not know who is shorting these stocks or in what amount. So when things like this come out over here, who is shorting AMC? Susquehanna, 11 million shares short. Citadel, 4.8 million shares short. Goldman Sachs, 2.785 million shares short. If you guys have been paying attention over the last couple of months, this should raise some really big red flags for you because we don't actually know any of this for sure. And here's where some of this data is coming from. And I want you guys to fully understand this because at the end of the day, having an empowered retail base with a lot of knowledge going into the market is going to benefit us in the long run. When we come over to this page right here.
God damn it. Why does he fucking say that shit? When we come over to this page, what? I can only imagine when he writes a paper, when he would write papers in college, like, now when we look at this source right here, and not even name the source, okay, I'm going to try to find this. Who is shorting AMC? Let's just try that. See if we can find it that way. Oh, it is Frank Nez. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Is it? Is AMC stock shorted? Come on, come on. Well, I mean, I think it is. I mean, that's very similar. But not exactly. Okay, maybe I can add this in there. How many shares was that? 11,004, 100. Yep. It's got to be Frank Nez. Yeah, right there. There it is. Wow. And why didn't he call him out by name? Why didn't he call him out by name? Proof of synthetic AMC shares. FTDs, right. Here it is. That's what we got right there. This is what we got. Yep. That's it. That's it. It is Frank Nez. And in fact, it says it right there, actually. It says it right there under just under IMAX, franknez.com. So, but I didn't see that, so found it another way. But yeah, so even Shark the Vix knows that Frank Nez is full of shit. That's interesting. That is so interesting. So this has to be based on put options. All right. Well, that's good to know. It's good to know that it says Frank Nez right there too. But why the fuck didn't he call it out? Call him out.
It's going to benefit us in the long run. When we come over to this page right here, when we take a look at Susquehanna, so remember, those 11 million shares that this article said that they were shorting. It's actually put contracts right
Okay,
here.
so it is put
you could
options.
think that they have, well, let's just say they have 11 million puts, which they don't, and there we're going to go over that as well. Then you would also have to say that they are net long on their position because they also have a boatload of calls according to the latest 13F reporting, and they also have shares. The other thing with Bank of America over here, let's see, Bank of America, 1.007 million shares short. When we come over here, we could also see, let me type in Bank of America here really quickly, just so you guys can see Bank of America as well. You're going to see the exact same thing. That Bank of America, they have puts and they have shares.
I
now,
said that.
there is something a little bit interesting on the data that we're seeing here on Fintel that I do want to kind of bring up to you guys. Remember, the SEC, we've gone over this a couple of times, they actually say and they encourage people not to report their short positions. Some funds do, like we can see here, but the biggest short position that we see here in terms of what's reported by some of these funds is 236,000 shares. We know that there's at least 196 million shares on loan, so the reported data right now isn't helping us out all that much. But what I do want to really kind of drive home to you guys is this situation right here where we're looking at these institutions who have puts, and then it comes over here and says that there's 11 million of them. There's not, and here is why. When we go over to this,
it doesn't say there's 11 million. It says there's fucking shares. It's under the column called shares. So clearly, there's 11,000 puts for 100 shares each. So I don't need to hear him explain that. Yeah, right there, 100.
Price was. So again, people, we need better reporting instructions. We need to see a lot of this data in order to kind of figure out.
How about this? You need idiots like Frank Nez to stop reporting this false data. Yeah, maybe? How about that? How about that? I swear to God, this website, this logo and top header here, it looks like a natural gas company to me. It looks like this should be a natural gas website. Horrible. All right. Jesus Christ. We are building a short hedge fund headhunter team. Okay, so it's been a minute since I've watched John Wick sniping. I don't know.
Good morning to...
He said 195 and 196 million shares.
all
Great.
the meme stock investors, be it AMC, GameStop,
Red Fox,
and all the rest. Good morning to you. Hope you guys are nice and rested today on Saturday, and that you have plans with your family after a long week of investing, frustrations with the manipulations in the stock market.
Why is he patronizing them so much? The fuck does he want?
We're on the right track, guys. We're on the right track. I'm very happy that, you know, some of this AMC cult mentality is kind of like starting to shift a little bit. And people are realizing, okay, I've got my shares here. It's time for me to start taking what I've learned so far. If you're a newbie investor and AMC was your first play or a meme stock was your first play. And I'm glad to see guys finally saying, you know what, it's time to look around and see how I can make some money. You've been holding this AMC stock for a very long time and you haven't made any money if you've just been going by the strategy of buy and hold. Now, real quick regarding Redbox, I just want to address one thing, you know, after especially watching Teddy's video late yesterday. As you guys know, I didn't have a big chance to really get on YouTube and come out and talk about, you know, the occurrences of Redbox throughout the day. I caught everything towards the end because I was very tied up yesterday. But as you know, Teddy put out on his video that I think it was 25,000 call options finished in the money. So at 12:01. So that's great. I mean, that the fact that the stock had an incredible rip at the end of the day was extremely amazing. I wound up keeping 200 shares throughout the weekend. I know that I said in my video that I was going to go with 100 shares, but as it started riding out, because I still had my shares, as it started riding out, I started realizing, hey man, this has got a nice little trend going into this long weekend. And look, we have to see what the data is next week. And as you see, this stock changes by the day with what they are doing to kind of shut us out from a squeeze, an obvious squeeze. So you're pretty much aware of all the ways that they've kind of manipulated Redbox. Now, from the moment that we watched it and caught it somewhere in early May, some of you may be in the middle of May, some of you in the end of May, but you pretty much have been able to see that the short interest was extremely high, the float's extremely low, and they shut out options. They took away the buy button on the options. So you can clearly see what they're doing with these short squeeze plays that we are jumping on. And I just wanted to let you guys know that Redbox will end. I have never sold this as a long-term play. This will expire, okay? We found it. Kevin studied it. It was a good play. Most of you should have made some money. I know I made a lot of good money with Redbox. Redbox helped me to basically erase most of my losses in the stock market since I started investing with AMC about a couple years ago. So no matter how Redbox finishes, at least as far as I'm concerned, it has been an extremely great play, an extremely good money maker for me. And I hope and I think that most of you have made money or at least have learned all these tactics that we couldn't really see them in AMC and GameStop. We really can see them in Redbox. So I spoke with Kevin, you know, him and I now have exchanged our information, and now we text throughout the day to kind of see, you know, what we're thinking about the play and all the other plays that we're looking at and stuff like that. And he and I kind of agreed that the way we want to direct our channels, and I'm pretty sure Teddy is going to be on board with this type of situation because that's how he plays the stock market. But I want to kind of be a team of short hedge fund headhunters. Okay, I want to headhunt these stocks that are heavily shorted, and I want to surprise attack them and jump in and make whatever we can and jump out before they use their manipulative tactics in order to kind of close and.
So you're going to short the stocks too, or what? Or you think you're going to have enough money to create some buying pressure? And I'm not sure what he means, or does he mean he's going to try to hire the short hedge fund managers, like he's a headhunter, like he's going to find jobs for them, or he's going to find job candidates for a job? What exactly does he mean?
See, because I believe that the number one and best strategy of playing these short, heavily shorted stocks is the element of surprise. And that's really what worked with GameStop. That it was the element of surprise that they all piled in when the shorts were not expecting it, and they were able to drive that price.
You can't really do the element of surprise when it's already been done. So not gonna happen, I don't think. I'm still curious what he actually means. And are you sure there's no other blade here behind his head? Is this really only 3 blades? 1 blade missing? If he would ever move his head.
It kind of worked with AMC in the beginning, but they figured out that people were coming at that point with AMC, and they've been able to kind of suppress it for all this time. So I just wanted to tell you guys that the way we're going to direct our channels,
Come on, move your head.
I'm sure Kevin agrees, is that we're going to study some of these stocks that are heavily shorted and look at the data and see if
like a good
we can
way
jump in
to
there
get,
and make some money and squeeze these guys out.
So
we want to punish
Bilbo Baggins
hedge
holder
funds in multiple stocks.
He's
That's
1
what I
blade
wanna do.
short
I
of a
think
working
Kevin is cool
fan.
with
I like
too.
that.
We don't want to be stuck holding bags for 2 years and listening to catalysts that don't ever make it, because we were noobs with AMC. We've learned a lot now with AMC, and a lot of people.
Well, speak for yourself.
Kevin's one of them. I'm one of them, and I know a lot of you have been hurt by AMC. We're still going to see it through. I'm going to see it through. And I know a lot of you are going to see it through. I also think Teddy is going to see it through to a certain extent. He's probably going to always hold something just to see this whole process through. But the time has come, guys. The time has come to start looking around and seeing and taking what you have learned up to this point about how to play these stocks and how to make some money for yourself. It's time to recoup some money. We've been holding for a very long time. We've only been losing with this particular stock, and it's time for us to start recouping some money, and that's the way we're going to direct our channel. Now, obviously, we want the largest audience. Why? Because when we say, hey, we found this, here's the data, guys, let's pound on it. We're going to have to do that.
Oh, so you're going to tell people, so he's basically running a boiler room. He wants his channel to be a boiler room. He wants his channel to be a, we're all going to buy this. It's a big collusion boiler room. That's what he wants to do. Now I get it. Now I get it. Holy shit. Well, Lynn, you will be reading about him in an SEC press release at some point, it sounds like.
Going to work with Kevin's 1,000 subscribers, my 6,000 subscribers, and actually with Teddy's 15,000 subscribers. Our channels need to be pretty big so that when we say, yo, let's pound on this stock, they're in there, let's get them, let's squeeze them out of this one, we need to reach enough people. It's not going to work with 20,000 people, for instance. You need like 100,000, 200,000,
Is his name
half
Neil?
a million, who knows? But I hope you guys like this plan, because this is where my channel is going to go. I am in no way afraid of putting this out publicly at all. I have seen enough of this stock market to say, yo, if you're going to cheat, then I'm going to do whatever I can in order to gang up on you.
Yeah, he wants to be Jordan Belfort.
Try to squeeze you out of your positions. I want to be rich just like you.
You're not going to do it. Not going to work.
In order to get rich. And I want
Why don't you just actually learn how to fucking trade legitimately instead of, I mean, this is ridiculous. We were talking about this the other night. Everything, the only thing these people care about is short squeezes. I mean, that's I said, it's not really a legitimate investing strategy. Sometimes you might get lucky, but to seek those out is ignorant. Period. Like, it's kind of stupid. Kind of stupid.
Like, get motivated on that, because we can't just sit around in AMC. You just can't do that no more. Ample time was given in AMC. It's been a long time, and clearly the one that's really destroying that play the most is Adam Aron. That tweet, that shareholders meeting, none of that was good information. The fact that he dropped all his shares at $27, that was already the first sign that it wasn't good. Second thing is when they ran it up to 34 and they killed the play right there. So as you can see, there's multiple things going on here as to why
so many days
has not reached the moon. So I just wanted to come out and throw that out for you guys so that you can kind of think about it. And see if it's something that you want to join in and do. You know, I want to try to build a community of investors that don't have a lot of money, can just jump into a stock with very minimal amount of money. I don't want people to over leverage themselves. I want to look out for these heavily shorted stocks.
Seems like he learned nothing.
That doesn't take a lot of shares for multiple people to be able to afford and buy in order to squeeze them out and make ourselves some money. Yeah, maybe we're not going to make $100,000 a share. Maybe no stock is ever going to reach that. Likely no stock is ever going to reach that on a short squeeze play. Not anymore. I think it's pretty obvious at this point that they're going to do whatever they can, either cheating or in their power, in order to stop squeeze plays. But that doesn't mean we can't squeeze them up from, like, let's say there's a stock that's $10, but we can squeeze it up to 50 or 70 or 100. And that's still that's a ton of fucking money, guys. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. I want to build a team of hedge fund head hunters on these short squeeze plays in these tickers that they're over leveraged. Have a good weekend.
Who in the hell even says they're over leveraged? Where did that even come from? Where's the evidence for that? I just like to say that because it makes them feel good about their over investing in something that has not worked out. Let's see. Okay. The ape father recovered from his hangover? Hope so.
I have to make this video. And I know I'm going to get a lot of hate. I'm going to get a lot of backlash for it. I see like something in common, right, between Adam, Aron, Matt Kohrs, and Trey. I see something in common. So, you know, the question that we have to ask ourselves, is it just a coincidence? Or is it something else? Okay. Look, I just want to say I love my AMC family. I love all of you. I love my AIM family. And just try to understand.
Give him some better resolution here.
Understand that, like,
he earned it this weekend.
Out for all of us. I mean, I know you think I'm this hater, but I'm not a hater. I'm a lover, man. I'm a lover of my AMC AIM family. But unfortunately, people are going to interpret what I'm about to say as hate, I guess. You notice how all three of them, like, somehow it's like Adam Aron makes 25 million, right? Matt Kohrs makes like $1 million. Trey makes, it's like everyone's making millions of dollars with these guys. Nobody else, just these like three, right? You know? And the thing is,
don't forget about Citadel.
They all seem to be like pals, you know, like they're friends. They're all work. Like, you know, Adam Aron's always being interviewed on Trey's like channel, and somehow like when Adam Aron is on like Charles Payne, Matt Kohrs is on Charles Payne, Trey's on Charles Payne. It just seems like a little weird to me. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm
talked about this last year.
Maybe there's something wrong mentally with me. I don't know, but it just seems like there's something weird. You know what I mean? There's something like rotten in Denmark. So like on one end of the spectrum, right? Maybe Adam Aron hired Matt Kohrs, hired Trey.
We talked about this last year too.
For what purpose? Maybe Adam Aron knew AMC was going bankrupt, and, you know, he wanted to possibly get like people, new investors, pump it up, get them excited. And he hired Matt Kohrs and he hired Trey to do that. And, you know, in return, they became like the tag team. You understand? They became his, you know, new best friends forever. Like, in other words, look, when I do my interviews, you're going to be invited to participate. You know, CNBC, Melissa Lee, you know, Charles Payne. And that's exactly how it went down. It's like, it always seems like it's Matt Kohrs that's, you know, being interviewed on the big station, CNBC. It's Trey. Trey's on Charles Payne.
This was all last year.
Matt Kohrs is on Charles Payne. Adam Aron's on Charles Payne. And what's the end result of all of this? End result is Adam Aron made $25 million off the AMC apes. Matt Kohrs made billions, and Trey made millions. I didn't make millions. I'm down $160,000.
Oh God!
I'm just saying, I didn't make millions. I'm down. I'm in the red, baby.
I mean, I guess at least he's. I mean, assuming that's true. Man, that's bad. That is bad. But, you know, we said all this stuff. We said all this stuff already. I mean, it was obvious to us here at this channel, like, you know, like last fall. And especially when Adam Aron started kicking the selling into high gear around the beginning of the year or whatever. Like, or last year and into this year. You know, like, that should be a clue, but I mean, it was already too late at that point. Everybody would have been selling for loss. But I mean, at least he's not hiding that. At least he's not lying. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he is lying. But it's, you know, it's not going to have any effect on people though. But it should. Certainly should. Oh, look, Pantheon's live. Maybe we should check in on them. Ugh.
And I'm sure a lot of apes are in the red. I mean, there's probably like a small percentage that are still in the green that bought AMC really cheap. But let me tell you something, like, even those apes got to be pissed off, because it's like, imagine like you bought AMC at like $8, watched it go up to 72, and now it's like, what, it's at 12 and change. Even the apes that bought at $7 or $8 are probably feeling the heat, you know? The heat is on, it's on the street. It's like, but no, seriously, all kidding aside, I mean, even they got to start feeling it. Like, you know, I'll give you an example. A buddy of mine, Yuri, I got to call him back. I'm going to call him today. I feel bad. He called me. I missed his call. I always talk to him, but he called me the other day. I was out with my wife. I have to call him back for dinner. I was at the Rare. I'm sorry, Yuri, if you're watching this video. I love you, brother. He was telling me, you know, like, Yuri is an example of an ape that bought it like $7 or $8. And he's like, what's going on, ape father? You know, he's like, what's happening? You know, he's like, so there's a guy who's still technically in the green, but he's starting to feel the pressure. So I'm just saying, look, I'm just saying that I'm not trying to make any accusations, you know, because everything I'm saying is just subject to my own opinion. It's just things I'm thinking. It just seems like there's something wrong. You know, why is it that Aron is always like interviewing with Trey, and they're all connected with CNBC and Charles Payne and, you know, Matt
because
Kohrs.
it's a scam. If that's even true, like if what he's saying is true, I mean, you know, but it could also just be that he is so blinded by his loss that he's making these connections, that thinking that it's, you know, frequency illusion, essentially. I don't know.
Melissa Lee, it's like, and they're all making millions.
Over,
it's like, I don't know, it's just something seems rotten in Denmark to me. That's all I'm saying. Look, I'm not saying anything about my AMC ape family. I'm not saying anything about my conviction, okay, in obviously our movement. I am not talking, you have to learn to separate things, you see? If I'm saying something negative about Aron, if I'm saying something negative about Trey and Matt Kohrs, do not, like, you have to learn to differentiate, you know? Don't connect it to now, I don't believe in our movement anymore. I hate it when people do that. It's like they're putting words in my mouth. I'm not saying that. I'm holding with you. I'm saying that there's something weird in terms of those three people, at least to the ape father.
Okay. Well, that is noted. Duly noted. Let's see what Pantheon is shilling here. Jesus Christ. Canadian grifter.
A long weekend, you'd look on your calendar, you'd circle them on your work calendar. You'd know 6 months in advance where you've got long weekends, where a good time to take advantage of taking some of your vacation days to extend even longer. You know, take it the Friday before, and then the Monday's a stat holiday. Now you've got 2 back-to-back 4-day weeks. You know, strategies like that for your vacation time. But now it's painful. Like I'm in Canada. We don't have Monday off, but it's painful to sit here and be like, ah, man, there's no market on Monday. When it should be a wonderful time. And it is. Then you get past that, and you know, get outside and you do stuff with your family and friends, and you know, whatever you're going to do. But yeah, at first, it's kind of a bummer. You're like, ah, man. Another shout out to Pops. That's right, Papa Tell Dog. Woo! Boss says, I can feel it. We're going to be so effing rich by executive order. As Cash Money says, the birthday boy, by order of the president. You right there listening, you're going to be so rich. Why? Because the president demands that you be rich.
Wow, look, Boss Blunts is in there. He's a wrench guy.
God damn, I love when Cash says that. All right. Jam Bams is waiting for Boss to pick us up in the plane. He's going to have to repossess that from Ken Griffin at first. Find all the little hidden compartments for all of his stacks of cash and his paintings that he flies around.
This guy is so fucking...
All right, Adrian, my daughter screeched,
this guy's
Dad,
an idiot.
You haven't listened to one word I've said, have you? I tell you what, a strange way to start a conversation with me. That's true, folks. Don't mess with Adrian. Airy Testicles, Pam. That is awesome. Can't wait to see we're partying together. What's Pam up to now? Be back later when they want me to put the iPhone away and dance. So that's when you should have the iPhone out. Record the dancing. Pam knows how to party, folks.
Yeah, he does. He sounds like a failed AM
Justice
radio
is a dish
DJ.
best served cold. If it were served warm, it would be just water.
Oh, shit.
That's okay, Adrian. That's okay. JA33, no sell, no sell. Let's see what we got going on here. Carolyn, in a bear market, heroism is punished, valor is unnecessary, and cowardice is called for in portfolio construction. I'm going to reread that, Carolyn. I like the way you phrase stuff. In a bear market, heroism is punished, valor is unnecessary, and cowardice is called for in portfolio construction. That's beautifully written. I like that. S. Jackson, keep buying. It creates the resistance on down days and is the thrusters when the shorts start covering, as long as you're buying through direct to the lit exchange options, right? Direct to the lit exchange. That's the key. And look, we know that retail's not doing that. How do we know? When Casey Shaw pulls up the stats on the hour, and he can tell you how much is actually being directed to the IEX. Anywhere between 1.5% to 3.5%.
Who cares about the IEX?
We know that people aren't directing their orders there. Biggums and Randall talk about it. It's the easiest thing that people can do. I'm not going to preach about it, but keep spreading that message, folks. Those who say sending your order to the lit exchange does not make a difference, they don't know what they're talking about. It does matter. It does help. It does. So it's important we keep pushing that, guys. If you're going to buy and you make your own personal decision to buy, then please just make sure you're ordering through the direct to the lit exchange if you want your volume to count. That's the key. If you don't care, you don't care.
This is garbage.
And for the people who are pushing Moo and Weeble and...
But Moo doesn't accept payment for order flow.
Okay.
I honestly don't know where in the hell Thomas James gets those
I saw they will
images,
use any force for whoever intervenes. Dark Side of the Moon, TMI baby mama. Monty says, when I place a limit order for AMC, I set it for just above the ask. I'm not looking for a deal, but I'm not giving money away to the market makers either.
What?
Brenda says blocked. What do you mean blocked? You're not blocked. Not on my...
Fuck. Okay. I don't know what happened. But
we're going to have a little bit more.
It's time to turn this one off anyway. I don't like AM radio. Yeah, he sounds like... I mean, and does get into conspiracies quite a bit, too. CEO Adam Aron leaving? Oh, Benji.
Let's talk a little bit more about AMC and a lot of the drama that's going on. So, as of recently, a lot of apes are upset with Adam Aron because of the tweet. You guys know exactly what tweet I'm talking about. This ape was talking about the cutting of CEO pay. Let's take a look at what he has to say. Cut CEO pay below industry standards when a company is recovering faster than many others. And send CEO repeated crazy threats. And he might just leave and find another position. Shocking to me, the lack of support and blame. Everyone has a limit. Watch us get a lame duck CEO to replace him if this trend of apes not supporting him continues. The man literally engages with shareholders directly, acquires theaters, new businesses. What more do we want? Naked shorting is a regulatory problem, and AMC has already contacted the NYSE about the fails to delivers. So all those saying Adam Aron doesn't do enough can choke on that. Sell your shares. I'm sick of seeing you whine every day and understand over the direction of this company. So I understand what this ape is saying right here, and I do agree with him in a lot of parts. I do agree that, for one, it's not Adam Aron's job to really worry about naked shorts. It's not his job to worry about synthetic shares. It's his job to run the company. That's what he's supposed to do as a CEO of a publicly traded company. At the same time, I understand why the apes are upset. Because the way that Adam Aron made that tweet, I mean, me specifically as a shareholder even, it did feel like he was sort of turning his back on us and in a way almost making us feel like we're dumb. And this is even after Adam Aron himself explained that retail owns around 90%, institutional ownership is around 34 to 40%, and insiders around 5 to 10. So the numbers just don't make sense, and that's what's most frustrating of all. But I want you guys to comment down below. Where do you sit on this thing? Are you on Adam Aron's side right now? Or are you willing to turn your back on him for good? How is this not market manipulation? There's a rumor. I'm calling it a rumor because I read here, I recognize my own limitations are interpretable technical data. That hedges borrowed tens of millions of shares that they haven't even used to short a stock. That has been a rumor that's been going around over the last week or so. Allegedly, though, this would allow them to choose the best moment to dump all their shares and have a massive dump, a massive sell, with the goal of either controlling the potential rip or dip. What do you guys think about this? But if you want to stay up to date with everything else that's going on with AMC, because trust me, guys, there's a lot more to go through, make sure to please subscribe.
Oh, yikes. Okay. Yeah. I think the original sad AMC YouTuber has got to be, or the low energy, Mr. Low Energy, Jack Hunter. Hands down. He doesn't give a fuck anymore. He's ready for this shit to be over. He's sick of doing this shit. He's sick of it. You know. He abandoned his nice clothes long ago. So, yeah, no. CEO Adam Aron is not leaving, especially. Strike up now with Celexa and fentanyl. Now available in 48 states and Puerto Rico. Common sense investor. He's not inside for once. AA and YouTubers are lying to us. What?
What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video, and I got a good one for you tonight.
Oh boy.
Sorry I've been absent, but unless there's something to talk about, why make a video? I mean, I'm not here for clicks or views. I'm here to help.
We do appreciate that. We do appreciate that, don't we?
Inform you of what I found out. So, we're looking at Adam Aron's tweet. This was like my last video, or my last video before that one, that I talked about this tweet. And I've got new developments for you. But let's read it again. Adam Aron, CEO of AMC Entertainment, has said, inbound tweets ask over and over, as if he's tired of hearing about it, for a share count. AMC has done a share count 6 times in the past year. We know of 516.8 million AMC shares. Some of you believe the count is much higher. As I've said, all of us believe it's much higher. As I've said before, we've seen no reliable info on so-called synthetic or fake shares.
Oh, look.
Stop.
Look at this reply from Jack Hunter. He says, then why all the anti-short seller tweets? Why the hashtag choke on that? Why, when Melissa Lee from CNBC asked you about the MOAS, you said you would like there to be a fairy tale ending? Why would you continue to cheer on retail 100% knowing we're in this for a short squeeze? Well, is he seriously asking that? I mean, there's some straw man arguments in here for sure. But the last question, why would you continue to cheer on retail 100% knowing we're in this for a short squeeze? Well, I mean, he did sell his shares, right? I mean, it would be interesting to go back through his Twitter feed and look. Did his tone change after he sold his position early this year? Or am I just kind of imagining that? Like, he was more patronizing to the apes last year, but then after he cashed out, now he has less patience, and he's, putting stuff out like this with this, tone that the apes are interpreting as, annoyed or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Kind of seems like it a little bit. I don't know.
What strikes me as even more funny is the comment sections below. Some people are bringing drama straight to AA, such as Jackson Hunter here, which y'all know how I feel about Jackson. But
no, I don't.
He says that why all the anti-short seller tweets? Why the choke on that? Why would Melissa Lee from CNBC ask about the Moash? You said it would be like a fairy tale ending. Why would you continue to cheer on retail 100% knowing that we're in this for the short squeeze? And he's right, so I'm going to give his comment a heart. Now, I did not like Adam's tweet. 4,579 people did, but we talked about that in the other video where people just click the heart button out of instinct. But listen, no one can count shares that aren't real. The brokers certainly won't, okay? We've been through this. This one's interesting right here. From the butcher of Wall Street, Marcel, Adam Aron is fulfilling legal obligations and he's not able to discuss speculations regarding synthetics of fake shares. He didn't mention naked shorts. Really? Okay, butcher. Keep scrolling down through the comments and Trey's wanting to know the results. He wants to see the results, and that's cool too. We need to see the results. But what about this tweet response right here? But this one really got me. Terrible. GTII, a Nevada corporation, announced today that in light of apparent consistent naked short selling of the company shares, including Monday's high volume short sale of the market close, the company has taken certain actions in an attempt to protect the interest of its shareholders. And I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. So let me go research this and find out.
Is this actually today, or is that from another time?
It's Global Tech Industries Group, GTII.
Oh, look, it's an OTC stock.
What does it do? Global Tech Industries Group operates as a development stage company. The company acquires companies and technologies using various business paradigms, including exchange of stock, joint ventures, and other partnership configurations. All right. And amazingly, their CEO on June 15th, 2022 at 9:15 Eastern Standard replied and put out this statement. Global Tech Industries Group, a Nevada corporation, announced today that in light of the apparent consistent short selling of the company shares, including Monday's high volume short selling at the market close, and there's a link for it, the company has taken intends to take certain...
They literally are linking to short volume? Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. Holy shit. Now we know that short volume is not short selling. It's not the same thing. So what it sounds like is, well, let's look at it. Because the short volume is actually buying. Believe it or not. Let's see, what day did they say? Monday, so that was the, 13th? I mean, it was more on Friday, but if we actually, short volumes, I like that one better, actually, I think. The chart's better. This chart is kind of ghetto. What? Okay. There we go. I don't know why that didn't work. Okay. Short sale volume percent, not short interest, for stock ticker GTII was 65.23. I mean, Let's see. That's odd right there. And so the volume is like really low, and then you have a random 200,000 volume day. It's odd. We can't see back that far. Oh, actually up here we can though. And then back here you have random 500,000, 575,000, but May 10th. Yeah, it's really hard to tell anything from this short volume. But one thing it is not related to short interest. So that is so odd that they would refer to short volume there. Like that is not has nothing to do with naked short selling. Or illegal naked short selling, I should say. I guess technically it does, but it's market maker exempted short selling. Anyway.
Actions in an attempt to protect the interest of our shareholders. First, the company has contacted FINRA and requested that they fully investigate the matter. The company intends to cooperate with FINRA in that regard. Secondly, the company will be contacting market makers in the company's shares and requesting that each of them review 1. Their quoting and trading activity in GTI to determine whether they have been engaged in bona fide market making, and 2. Their firm's current policies and procedures to ensure they are sufficient to assess whether their firm's quoting and trading activities in GTI comport with the bona fide market making obligations. And finally, the company will also be reviewing with its legal team other potential actions it can take to protect the company and its shareholders from such abusive trading practices. Boom! Every other CEO who's faced with this problem can talk about it, address it, and investigate it, but...
Now, let me go back here. Settlement issues resulting from naked short selling, in addition to artificially diluting the company's shares, can also impede the company's ability to deliver dividends to shareholders of record and deprive shareholders of voting rights regarding the company, all of which adversely affect our shareholders and the company. The company is pursuing several promising acquisitions that we believe would benefit our shareholders and intend to do everything reasonably possible to ensure that those engaging in abusive naked short selling of our company's shares do not jeopardize our ability to complete those transactions. This seems pretty misguided. Personally, to me.
Practices. Boom. Every other investigated, but not Popcorn. Popcorn says he can't legally discuss this, and what happens? Everybody on YouTube starts making videos saying, Adam Aaron can't answer the questions. Yes, the fuck he can. He can address this issue. He can protect its shareholders.
Well, he did.
That's
he said that they don't
from
there's no evidence.
This predatory trading that's going on in our company. So why hasn't he? I'll be waiting for your comments down below. Talk to you later. Bless you. Love you. See you in the next video.
We didn't get a credit Susie. Yeah, it's good. He looks sober. Popcorn is telling retail to float in hidden messages in his tweets. When he repeats a word, he's saying how many times the float. Now he's saying 6 times the float. Look at the market and look at crypto. What do y'all think is happening? Everyone just really think and stop being so damn emotional. When y'all see Bit go under 10K, it's close to liftoff. Almost at the same time, almost at the finish line, sorry. Any kind of major lawsuit by either side would not be good for retail. Everyone just relax. Now the common sense investor coming back with some common sense here. Oh, and only retail can interpret the hidden messages? Come on, man. There are no hidden messages, only people who want to read into what he says to what they want to hear. Or maybe I should have saved that Dick Tracy Codebreaker watch I had as a kid. All right, Chris. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. And enjoy your family time. Happy Father's Day. Perhaps we as the majority should vote Adam Aron out? You and Lou saved a lot of people from getting effed with the dilution. I remember you mentioning the compensation last month. I'm glad they went with the voters and denied it. Did they? All these people saying Adam Aron is an ape. He personally, deliberately stopped rips 3 times by dumping millions of shares either from the company or his personal ones. Any one of those rips could have started the squeeze. He's not one of us, and I don't trust him one bit. So, is that true? He personally, deliberately stopped rips 3 times by dumping millions of shares either from the company or his personal ones. I'm more interested in the personal ones. I don't know if that's true. I want to see. I would like to see that. Interesting idea, but I don't know if it's true. So, Adam Aron. So the only sales, November 9th, December 7th, January 11th. And November 9th was the big one. It was only 625,000 shares, though. Like, that's not a lot at all. It's a drop in the bucket, really. Yeah, November 9th, okay. I mean, I don't think that's not gonna affect it at all. 625,000 shares. You know, when you're trading, I don't know, 40, 50 million shares a day. Come on. What is this crap? No. Come on now. Don't do me like that, Credit Susie. Jesus fucking Christ. God. Why what the God. Well, anyway, I doubt it. What was that? November 9th. Okay. 2021. Back here. Here it is. Volume that day was 37 million. So his sale was what did I say? 37.89. His sale was right 1.78%. Seems high. Yes, it is. 1.78% of the volume that day was Adam Aron's sale of Oh, it's 625. So it is less. Well, let's do that. 625. 1.6%. I mean, that was at $40 though. And yeah, Ape should have sold there. Definitely. Only a little over 50% AMC shareholders voted. Where are the rest? I've seen many people say they didn't get a proxy to vote from their broker. Okay. Well, if it's anything like real voting, that seems about right. Oh my God, we are so emotional. Can't you see that AMC is totally different than any other shorted stock in the entire market? No stock in the entire market other than GME will completely destroy the street. Oh my God. Yeah. Right. Well, come on, common sense investor. Why bring Boss Blunts into it? He's a good man. Not cool. Pick on someone your own age. If it weren't for the younger crowd, you wouldn't be here. God, people like Boss Blunts. I mean, he's probably a likable guy. And how are you not going to like somebody that says, we're going to be so fucking rich? But, you know, nope. Anyway, that's enough of that. Yeah, if you could hit the like and subscribe, if you're so inclined, we get 1,000 subscribers. That's an official AMC MOAS catalyst. It is DTCC certified as such. So, don't worry. La Cosa Nostra. Jesus Christ, give me a break. Okay, so here's Lou. I watched this earlier today. And then we'll pick up Jack here. Jackie. This is a video. This is a video that Lou has made at least 2 other times as well. You'll see what I mean, I think. But you know, it occupies its place in the cycle of FUD. Here we go.
What's going on, my little silly motherfuckers? All right, listen. You know, everybody's making a big deal about Popcorn saying that as far as he sees now, he sees no evidence of synthetic shares. He said it yesterday during the meeting. I want to tell you something. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. You can delete the AMC executive team and the board and Popcorn out of your life. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about synthetics anymore. It doesn't matter. The reason why I'm saying that it doesn't matter is because at the end of the day, think about it like this. Right now, we know that this thing has been oversold a bazillion times. We know this. We're never going to get the support on the other side, and guess what? We are not here to fix Wall Street. We're not. You know, I'm all down for saving the play and saving our investments. I'm all for that. But as far as us ever getting to the bottom of where they fake shares, whatever, for you and me, that's behind us now. When this thing runs, and it's going to be starting to run, and I'm going to do a little video afterwards to prepare you motherfuckers, because I saw some shit a couple of days ago with Redbox. Look, it means nothing anymore. Don't look to anybody in the media or AMC or whatever like that, even though some people looked out for us because they heard us. That's it. It's not like he could ever assemble the board back again at this time now of the year in order to do something, in order to issue shares that the street can take and flip over a billion times, because whatever compensation was going to be, it was going to be in shares with no lockout period, and that shit would have hit the street immediately, and the motherfuckers on the other side would have taken it and made a bazillion Guatemalans, and they would have done some nefarious shit to us. That ain't happening no more. So all I can tell you is when you go into this weekend, and a lot of people like making YouTube videos about, you know, what he said, he said, whatever. That's behind us now. Enjoy this moment. We actually have our foot in front of the other motherfuckers in this race. Let me tell you something. It's been a long time, but there's nothing standing in our way. Nothing standing in our way now. Now, no joke. Like, we got a clean shot. I mean, except for Godzilla coming and destroying the land and the asteroid coming, there's nothing stopping us going forward. So delete all that shit out of your mind. Ain't no DD, ain't no nothing gonna help now. Nothing. You're wasting your time. We're on cruise control straight into the fucking apocalypse. As a matter of fact, you just had another exchange, another fucker get vaporized, and another sorry, and a fund that got vaporized, and an exchange for crypto didn't meet margin requirements today. Everything is tightening. It's painful on them, and we're not even in the new week yet. So, love you motherfuckers, but free your mind. Go out there, do something sexy. We're good, okay? Just don't go to no freaking Lambada club and do wild shit like that. You know what I'm saying, motherfuckers? Don't get in trouble. I'll be back.
I think that he looks over his shoulder to make it seem like, I think it's part of his act, personally, right? He's looking over his shoulder like he's really saying some exclusive info, like some classified info. He wants to make sure that FBI is not on the other side of the park with a parabolic microphone, like pointing it, one of those little dishes, listening to him from afar. I think it is. It's funny though. It's funny. I never really thought about that though. Pretty good observation. All right, here's Jack.
Hey guys, it's Jackson Hunter. I'm back with another AMC stock
Wow,
update.
That's some fucking energy. Holy shit! And is he wearing a collared shirt? What's the occasion, Jack? God, he looks like a funeral director. All right.
Hey guys, it's Jackson Hunter. I'm back with another AMC stock update. Today is Friday, June 17th. Please hit the like button. Please smash us.
I guess it could be street awareness. I guess you're right. How can we? I can't really say, because there's not really a lot of other YouTubers who make videos like almost exclusively like in public places like that. So there's not a lot of anything to compare it to. But I can tell you that when I'm out on the street, I don't live in New York, but I live in a major American city, Rust Belt city. Yeah, I'm aware of my surroundings. I'm probably doing that, I guess. There also are a lot of distractions where he is, there's people and sirens and shit. So, but that's a good point, Supertramp. Keeping me honest here. I like that.
Subscribe button. I love and appreciate you.
Gong.
Oh, AMC stock was up on the day.
What happened to the gong? Bring the gong back, Jack.
6.28%, ending the regular trading hours at $12.53 per share on a volume of 32.8 million. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, so please do not make investments based on what I say in my content, and stick around for the entirety of the video because we have liquidations to talk about. Check this out. AMC just in an uptrend. You got higher high, higher low, almost higher high, and then higher low right here.
Almost.
So you got a intraday high of about 1270, intraday low of 1180. If I pull up the heat map, we can see where the limit buys and
really
sells were.
uptrend?
Gigantic limit buy at 1150, but that was not touched. Another one at $12 that helped prop up the price action at about 8 a.m. to about 11 a.m. West Coast time, and then a big limit sell order at $13 and a big bunch of limit sells at 1260 to 1275 right there. Check this out. SPY was green on the day.
That would be such a great trading tool. I honestly think this would be. Like, you're watching the price action and you know, it gets to this point here and you see these big orders pop up here. You know it's probably going to hit that and bounce down. I mean, this would be a fantastic trading tool. I mean, I don't know if he's ever talked about it. It's expensive. I'm sure he's probably not paying for it though, but it's just a shame that he doesn't really, you know, talk about it. I've been trying to figure out a way to do this like without having to buy their product. Just by taking the, I mean, theoretically it's possible if you can get the data, which you can get from, you know, a broker. But I'm not that good with this kind of shit. But theoretically, you could throw something like this together, I think, pretty easily. But anyway.
Close at 1260 to 1275 right there. Check this out. SPY was green on the day, but not by much. 0.22% up. It was really all over the place, as you can see. High of 368, low of 362, and after hours, basically flat. Check this out right here. This is concerning AMC's executive compensation plan that was voted for at the annual meeting the other day. So the world's largest theater chain certainly has felt support from shareholders since the pandemic started, but they rejected an executive compensation plan at the company's annual meeting. This included a $19 million package for chairman and CEO Aron. Is he throwing the football 75 yards? Holy cow. Check this out right here. Ortex guy with your June 17th opening bell Ortex update. This is from Jay Drukas. Thank you so much. I think he's the designated Ortex guy on AMC stock. Not really sure, but in any case, I want to point out that the utilization is 100% for the 91st day in a row. Now, even Ortex was scratching their head at that, so they don't get how it can be that high for that long. That's a really long time to be fully maxed out on the lending right there. Short interest is at 22.84%. Don't really care about that. I think it's a lot higher. Check this out. Crypto hedge fund 3 Arrows Capital.
He thinks it's a lot higher. There you go. There, you know, that's the jack I came for. I don't care about that short interest number. I think it's a lot higher. It's probably a lot higher. Yeah. It's probably a lot higher.
Fails to meet margin calls. So
I love his evidence-based approach.
Failed to meet margin calls this past weekend as cryptocurrency prices slid. Remember how Bitcoin was at like 64,000 and now it's at about 20,000? Well, you're gonna get margin called on that if you have a margin position, and this hedge fund did. So BlockFi was among the groups that liquidated at least some of 3 Arrows positions. 3 Arrows, which made a strategic investment in BlockFi in 2020, had borrowed Bitcoin from the company, but was unable to meet a margin call on that loan. One of the people said that the liquidation had occurred by mutual consent. Check this out right here. Babel Finance suspends withdrawals, citing unusual liquidity pressures. Babel Finance has responded to a market downturn by temporarily freezing withdrawals and redemptions. That's convenient. Facing unusual liquidity pressures. Cool. Love you guys so much. See you for Sunday's update. Peace.
How old is Jackson Hunter? How old is that guy? Probably in his 30s.
Unusual.
Man, he's bald as fuck. I didn't realize he had that little hair. When he used to wear like a beanie all the time, like a Tim Pool beanie. I thought he had like, I don't know, long hair, dreadlocks or something. But you know, yeah, Jackson, the numbers do lie. Hunter. I mean, why would you talk about the numbers if you're just going to say, you know, I think it's much higher? Okay. 120 million counterfeit shares confirmed. What the fuck? I mean, it is finance news, but which one? Clay or Matt Stoner? Oh, it's Matt.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank
Finance News Roulette.
you so much for joining us today and for your support. My name is Matt Stoner. Today I'm back with yet another
And
AMC
I am a
video.
stoner because I play the guitar and the piano and yeah, I have a candle there. I don't know.
Lots to talk about. We have verification of synthetic shares, and all we have to do to figure that out is do just a little bit of math. Be sure to stick around. But
well, we know that math lies, so this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Folks, I got a good one
before
for
I
you
get
tonight.
into it, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button for me, subscribe to the channel. And guys, before we get into today's video, I wanted to give a massive shout out to our sponsor, FTX US. With the recent crypto crash, now is the perfect time to start dollar cost averaging into crypto and start building generational wealth. But finding a good exchange isn't always easy. Luckily, FTX offers zero free trading for crypto, NFTs, and now stocks. And as a promo, when you use a referral link, you will get $10 cash back on all trades. Over $100. Guys, this is a limited time offer and you can only get this using my link. So check out FTX and start building generational wealth. All right, guys, jumping right into it here, we do know that there are a significant number of synthetic shares in AMC, irrespective of what people want to interpret from that tweet from aron.
Yeah, when I don't like it, I just take the like button away.
We do need to remember that he's made that tweet.
Remove the like button on him, you know.
Before, we're going to talk about that in just a second. But right now, we're going to start out here with our friend Hang Loose 1337. On June 9th, 2021, aron said that all AMC shareholders, including institutions, owned a collective 492 million shares in the...
Have you ever read that disclaimer, by the way? Have you ever read this disclaimer? It's the dumbest one I've ever seen. This video is for entertainment purposes only. This does not constitute as financial advice. Do not make buying or selling decisions based on finance, news, I have no idea why that apostrophe is there, videos. If you need advice, please contact a qualified CPA, attorney, insurance agent, contractor / electrician / engineer / etc., financial advisor, or the appropriate professional for the subject you would like help with. Oh, they definitely get the award. Like, I think we should do like a grifter awards at the end of you know, at the end of all this, like best disclaimer. Best disclaimer. I think this is the best disclaimer. Although Shill Talk Daily, warning, not financial advice. Entertainment purposes, warning. But I think this is the best fucking disclaimer. I looked at this last year. I was like, what the fuck? Crickets. Stupid.
Time offer, and you can only get this using my link. So check out FTX and start building generational wealth. All right, guys, jumping right into it here, we do know that there are a significant number of synthetic shares in AMC, irrespective of what people want to interpret from that tweet from aron. We do need to remember that he's made that tweet before. We're going to talk about that in just a second. But right now, we're going to start out here with our friend Hang Loose 1337. On June 9th, 2021, aron said that all AMC shareholders, including institutions, owned a collective 492 million shares. In the February earnings call, aron said that after calculating ETF holdings, retail alone owned 90% or more of the free float. So again, 492 million minus 32 million is 460 million. 460 million times 90%, 414 million shares. As we can see, The ownership has continued to move upwards, and we have not seen anybody capitulating or selling any of their AMC shares. So we do know that retail is still holding a vast majority of the AMC float.
Now, wait a minute here. This goes against all of my better judgment, but no choice. This is institutional ownership, my friend. That's institutional ownership. Yep, institutional ownership from Fintel.
Shares. So we do know that retail is still holding a vast majority of the AMC float. Now, if we take a look at 13F filings, we can see that Toots, the institutions, bought 70 million more shares since June for a total of 190 million. This is what we're seeing in the picture above. Of course, 414 million plus 190 million plus 32 million equals 636 million. Since the total issued stock is 516 million, it is confirmed that a minimum of 120 counterfeit shares do exist. With all of the fraud that we have been seeing, it is likely that there is a very much higher amount. But you know,
see,
just
this is why it's important to understand that the number of shares or the float is not necessarily equal to the number of holders of positions. So shares and positions are not equal. They're not going to be equal. I mean, for one thing, you have what? You have I mean, from what we know, I'm going to go with the exchange reported, 109 million shares sold short. So that's going to create 109 million long positions on the other side of those short sales. Those aren't synthetic shares. They're created with borrowed shares. They're positions. You know, like, nobody, I don't think anybody has ever talked about that. I don't know why. Well, let me back up. I do know why. But, I mean, at this point, you'd think that if this was actually about getting to what's actually going on, not just supporting the narrative and finding new and creative ways to say you're going to be so fucking rich, right? Then the thing to do would be to try to think of every possibility other than there's 100 million synthetic shares. And if you exhaust all of those things, then maybe you're onto something. But no, all they ever do is try to figure out ways to prove that there are synthetic shares, which is, it's totally backwards. It's ass backwards, back asswards. Like, no, that does not mean that there are counterfeit shares. I'm sorry, it doesn't.
So everyone can rest easy on the topic. You can trust that the current data, shorts will do anything and everything to make you doubt it. It is a fact. But there are 120 million counterfeit shares at the very minimum, and chances are it's significantly higher than that. There are estimations that there are billions of synthetic AMC shares floating out there in the market, and I tend to believe that, right? Just with what we see in the price action, we have seen the price of AMC diluted to such a significant degree. The real price that AMC should be trading at right now is somewhere in the range of about $36, just based on technical fundamentals. They're continually getting stronger. Their high-cross mining investment is...
How do you figure that out? How in the fuck do you figure that out? That it should be trading at at $36. What? Come on.
Getting even stronger as well. We're seeing Perfectly Popcorn, and the box office numbers are back up once again. Now, guys, we need to remember, life-changing money does not come easy. We know that what we hold, and they will play every psychological game in the book to make you give up. We didn't come this far to just hold or to just fold, right? All we need to do is continue to hold our AMC shares.
Shit. God. So sloppy. It clearly says fold, but he said hold. Yeah, we didn't come this far just to hold.
We also need to remember that these hedge funds literally have psychologists at the executive level trying to figure out how to manipulate the apes, how to manipulate the retail community.
Oh, come on. They don't need psychologists to figure out how to manipulate the fucking apes. They do not need no.
get us to do what they want to do. But as far as we know, they are still holding all of their AMC positions and nobody has closed them as of right now. Now, guys, we have seen an increase in the fails to deliver. This is absolutely crazy. Of course, we did see the fails to deliver moving upwards throughout the month of May. Second half of May data has finally been released. As of right now, there are 2 days in which there were more than 1.1 million or over 1 million shares that failed to deliver. The total notional value over these 2 days.
No, actually, that's not what that says. I mean, I mean, I guess technically this day, yes, there was 1 million, but you have to subtract these two numbers to get the change. But from this day to this day, no, there's 600,000. That's what that's telling you. There were 411,000. 600,000 got added. Now you have 1 million. But I'm literally sick of talking about FTDs and trying to correct the misinterpretation of this. It's ridiculous.
2 days is about $25.7 million in total. Now that is a lot of buy pressure. That was robbed from the stock.
You can't just add this shit together.
We need to remember the T+35 date for these are towards the end of June, so we very well could see a bump in the AMC share price around then. All of the charts are also saying that.
And then from this day to this day, let's just round this up to 300,000. The number decreased, and it decreased by $9 million, meaning from the 26th to the 27th, guess what? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, right here. Right in here. That's what that's telling you. Now, why does nobody correlate this to the chart? I mean, I can see it. You can see the correlation. '24th to 25th, 26th to 27th. Right here, these 4 days. Not hard to see if you understand how this shit works. It is complicated.
AMC is in a consolidation pattern, also pushing towards June. We're starting to see breakouts to the upside, so things overall looking very, very strong as of right now. And as long as the hedge funds still have not closed their AMC positions, and we hold the one thing that they need more than anything else, we will continue to win, and there's no question in my mind about that. Guys, we are also seeing them continue to short, an increase in the price versus short volume. Of course, price moving downwards, but that short volume is increasing. We saw a massive increase in that short volume towards the end of March, back when we had that $34 level.
I'm not even... I'm skipping it. Although, no, I'm not skipping it.
That definitely pushed the momentum down, and of course, we've seen the stock price move down. See ourselves a nice little George W. of crime right here. Of course, rolling 20-day position as well has started to move back upwards. Of course, not necessarily the most bullish news, but we do know that it's going to turn right back around. Last time this happened, we had a run up to $72. So if we take a look here at that rolling 20-day position, we can see the position in millions of dollars is about negative 297.2 million. The net volume about 12,673.94 in general. Coming down here as well to finish up on the price versus short volume. Price is starting to sort of move back up. We closed Friday in the green, but short volume is moving back up as well.
Oh yeah, wow, it's moving so much far back up. I mean, let's go to that. Just fucking stock grid. I'd really like to know who runs this website too. 3 websites I need to know who runs. Stock grid. Shit, what was the second one? Fuck. Stonko Tracker. And number 3rd one, stockninja.io. 3 of the most fuddy websites. And like, why not? Like, I type the ticker in exactly, and it doesn't even come up first, and then you have to go actually click on it. That's shoddy. Amateur, dude. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Oh, that's terrible. See, what can I do? Save as an image. I can't zoom it. Okay. So this is, now what? Short volume percent, okay. What in the fuck? What is going on here? Short volume percent. Oh, okay. I had him back. I thought I was looking at short volume on that. Okay. Okay. So let's see here. I wish that I could see. I wish that volume was on here. I guess I'd look at it here, but I mean, look at these volume numbers too. They're pathetic. 527, 52 million. There. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. Hard to see any correlation. Now, what happened here? Short volume on 311 was 0%. How's that possible? $311. It's not on there. Well, I guess that's 0% then. Weird. Why do we have some random dots here? I don't know what those dots mean. I guess they're just on the. I guess they're just on the lines. Anyway, so it's basically anywhere between like 30, 32, 30. Let's just call it 30, 30, and 68%. And when it's down here, so when it's at its lowest, like 11:15, when it's at its lowest, or 11:19, so when it's 40 or 30, around 30, 32, the volume, oh, here's even lower, 24th. But on the 24th, it was up at 49%, so it's hard to even correlate that. But at least, nonetheless, when it was in the 30s, generally the volume is low. But when it's at its highest, so 5. Oh, it's also low. All right. 5. 5 is here. And the volume was 26. I came to this conclusion before, but short volume is pretty much meaningless. It is pretty much meaningless. It really doesn't tell you much. If anything, it's a proxy for retail buying. But, you know, how useful is that really? You look at the percentage, or if TradingView wants to ever work, or actually, I can go to Thinkorswim. honestly easier just to look at something like this. Maybe it's easier. This volume indicator down here. And so you can look here for the red and green numbers, buying and selling volume, but so like 531 and 106 million, 87 million of that was selling, 19 million was buying. Then you had 104 million on 512 and 65 million sell, 39 million buying. And here's that little run-up thingy. So this was 226 million, 216 of it was buying, 9 was selling. So you can get a sense of, you know, kind of the percentage, or the, you know, which way, what proportion of the volume was what. But now it's interesting if you go back and look here. Actually, let's go back even further. So here's January 27th, and it was 1.25 billion. It was 1.19 billion buying, 61 million selling on this day. And then the other big day, June 2nd. June 2nd, 766 million volume total, 558 million up or buying, 208 million selling. And you can kind of see how it went after that, but I forget where I got this indicator. It's not, and it's a little funky. Like you can tell with these bars, like the coloring. It's not exactly. I mean, it's accurate. It just displays it. I gotta go in and tweak the code a little bit, but I had to tweak the code anyway to make it properly display the numbers. But anyway, at a glance, it can be kind of useful. Of course, you can put this on a weekly time frame too if you want. And see that. A lot of red in there, for sure. Don't think we can go, maybe we can. Month. Oh yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, short volume, not that really that useful. Hey, Manny, what's up? You at the bar?
Shares and then reborrow 35 million shares towards the middle of last week. So we do know that they are doubling down on these positions over and over. AMC short interest moving up closer to 23% than we've seen it in quite some time. We did see it over 23% for a while there. So of course, we do know that they are still shorting, and they are shorting very, very drastically. Now guys, we did have AMC's annual shareholder meeting as well. Of course, 401 Doge making a comment at the shareholder meeting, taking a close look here as well, crediting Boss Blunts from YouTube for reminding me of Thomas Petterfy, founder of Interactive Brokers, who explained the stock positions which facilitated the risk of entire financial market collapse. The event was contained but well illustrated by GameStop from January 26th through 28th of 2021, when the stock surged from $77 to $408 per share. In the aftermath, it was determined that GameStop had 50 million registered outstanding shares, short interest of 70 million, and derivatives representing rights to exercise purchase power of another 150 million shares, meaning market makers are facilitating an infinite liquidity practice, as recently referenced and confirmed by Virtu's financial CEO, that created an obligation to potentially deliver 270 million shares of stock, for which GameStop had only issued 50 million. Now, if the price of the stock can jump from $77 to $408 in 2 days, and the registered outstanding shares leading up to that volatility were conveniently at or just under the number of issued shares, then aside from being a...
You're brave for venturing in here with your wife, Manny. But it's nice to have you.
A red flag of cooking the books. It illustrates that the stock price was not reflecting true demand. And while GameStop stock price had easily could have and well may still run into the thousands of dollars per share, it did not, because the brokers of Apex Clearing took away the buy button and went position close only, effectively suppressing any new demand, increasing selling pressure, and likely covering the positions that they had otherwise simply accounted for with the share lending rehypothecation. So I remind us all that real life example of the current market making practices and unregulated risks that many AMC shareholders believe pose a threat to the stock price is still very much in effect, and it does show that once again AMC can rise upwards absolutely spectacularly. Guys, one more thing from that annual shareholder meeting. Of course, AMC's executive pay package was rejected in a vote at the annual meeting. Of course, it does look like it's not going to be going through, but we need to remember that Aron makes on average right now 1/5 of what the CEO of GameStop does. Same thing with someone like Activision as well. He is doing an incredible job. We do know that there's going to be a very interesting sort of movement in AMC in the future, because we are already seeing the non-profile pictures here commenting. We're seeing people saying GameStop is the way. We're going to start seeing a lot more of this FUD, a lot more of this division, and it is very, very frustrating to see that. But again, we just need to remember that we need to hold on to our AMC shares, because as long as the hedge funds continue to short AMC, we are going to win the game at the end of the day.
Oh, God.
Finishing up with this, of course, Charles Gasparino tweeting out, oops, AMC falls 9%, while Adam Aron says no evidence of synthetic shares. Per Seeking Alpha, of course, Charles Gasparino rallying against the apes relatively consistently. Now, Corey AMC saying that this is a prime example of what is wrong with financial news media today. Charles Gasparino misquoted Adam Aron and did so knowingly for the purpose of misleading readers and hiding the biggest issue in the U.S. stock market, transparency. Now, the CEO, Adam Aron, stated, as I've said before, we've seen no reliable info on so-called synthetic or fake shares.
God,
the keywords are no reliable info, and Charles Gasparino and everyone at Fox Business, the Seeking Alpha, the Motley Fool, CNBC, the Wall Street Journal knows this and refuses to say it. Now, companies only maintain records regarding the shares it has legally issued, which are outstanding, and does not record or have access to any info regarding any share lending or short selling transactions other than what is publicly available from third-party providers. Now, Charles Gasparino, a company as AMC Theaters, said in their June 3rd, 2021 press release they can't see synthetic shares. There's no reliable info because the U.S. stock market is intentionally designed to not be transparent. Third-party providers like Ortex rely on self-reported info from hedge funds and market makers. And
Wrong. That's wrong. Nope. That is not correct, Corey. AMC 1. No, it's not self-reported from hedge funds and market makers. I can't believe that is still not understood, or it's still put out. I mean, it's very, it seems like it would support what they're saying, but they get their short interest data from the world's largest combined pool of agent lenders, prime brokers, and broker dealers who submit their inventory. So literally the people lending the shares, not the people borrowing the shares. It's right on Ortex. Corey. Jesus.
The stock exchanges only publish short interest data 2 times a month, and it's delayed by 8 trading days.
And guess what? Whenever they publish the data, Ortex always has to revise their shit down because they always overshoot it. Why do you think that is? Once
again, Charles Gasparino, this leaves investors and publicly traded companies in the dark regarding daily short selling activity. How can anyone see reliable info if the laws and rules are written allowing them to be too difficult to understand or left to self-report? But you don't report that. No, you beat the drum out of context to benefit hiding the truth. Now, once again, the statement, regardless if it is close to accurate, is simply not accurate and grossly negligent. It is once again another example of what is wrong with the U.S. Stock Exchange and journalists like you that are too unethical to report on the full context of truth. Now, that is a scathing rebuke of what was said by Charles Gasparino, but we need to remember, guys, this is the truth, right? The financial news media is owned in part by these hedge funds.
The truth is, he said there's no credible evidence. Okay. How is that really different from what's said here? Oh, credible evidence or something. Look at the apes latching. Matt Stoner wanting the apes to latch on to the word credible, which is kind of ironic and hilarious. Like, credible. Nothing about this shit, this guy, is credible at all. Let's see here. We looked at his demo reel once. Not Matt Stoney. There it is. There's the acting reel. Look at that if you want to. He also made a movie. Is this one? Yeah. No. Is this him? Yeah, I think this is him. I think. Oh, I don't want to get dinged for a copyright on that. So, I don't know, Matt and Nathan, maybe that's not. But he's got another channel. Look at all these Matt Stoners. Look at that Matt Stoner. Look at that Matt Stoner. There was his kid. Matt Stoner actor. Maybe that's it. No, this is this. Ah, right, here we go. The Rice and Beans Show. This is what he was doing pretty much before AMC. Right here. It's funny. So they started out like off camera or whatever, but let's see here. I don't even know what a lot of this stuff is that they're even talking about here. But he is in here. Well, whatever. Oh, wait. GameStop.
If you get your ass kicked in sports by a transgender, maybe think about, being...
Today by Jeremiah Nation,
Here he is.
comedian and Marine Corps veteran. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let's jump right into the story of the day. We are looking at a crazy day as the market cap of GameStop goes from an average of $2 a share in April of 2020 to exceed over $200 a share today. People on Reddit reporting that they're making upwards of $5 million on individual trades. And the biggest hedge fund in the world has now lost 60% of their
value. Time when people actually closed their trades and took profit. Wow. Seems so foreign. Such a foreign concept. And look at this motley crew here.
Value.
Which one of these does not belong with the other? That's which one, What is Matt doing
They're
here?
doubling down. Looks like capitalism as we know it is over, gentlemen. What are our thoughts today?
Yeah, Matt, as usual, like most of that isn't true, but capitalism is dead. Yeah, no, that isn't Melvin Capital isn't the biggest hedge fund in the world, but like it is a big hedge fund, and it is very glorious.
I'm full of shit. It sounds good on air, so fuck it.
I need to clip out that right there. I'm full of shit. It sounds good on air.
Like it is a big hedge fund, and it is very glorious.
I'm full of shit. It sounds good on air, so fuck it. I just say it.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, the only reason I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm pissed off is I didn't buy stock, and honestly, that's the only reason everybody else is going to be pissed off. They didn't get in on it.
It's not just GameStop. So it's very important for our viewers to know is what this is a short squeeze, and so it's kind of like taking advantage of money lenders. And so a bunch of big hedge funds, as Matt said, thought they could make money by kind of selling companies they thought would go out of business, like a GameStop, AMC, BlackBerry, Academy Sports wears another one. And literally there were 30 companies like GameStop that all just like exploded out of the past 2 weeks for no reason besides like internet trolls. Like just literally like missiled in on going after Wall Street people. So it's been pretty funny. but it also, as Matt said, could be the end of capitalism as we know it, and the market could totally explode. Because like, why would you put your money into a market when just like some QAnon
So
guy?
this was on January 28th.
Decided to pump it up. Yeah, no, because as Matt said, like GameStop like, did grow $5 billion in an hour today and lost it. That's not normal. That's not normal.
The thing is, we're all sitting here joking about this, though. But why wasn't there precautions? During the 2008 financial collapse. During that. Maybe it's about time we start finally taking the example of other, countries where, look at Sweden, look at Norway. But they put their bankers in jail, bro.
Well, Sweden and No, I agree.
They've muted this guy up here.
The 2008 collapse happened at the end of 2008, and we elected a new president that gave us hope and offered us hope and change. And he arrested zero bankers.
This guy's muted.
Zero whatsoever. and according to WikiLeaks, there's actually an email you can read where a Citibank lobbyist gave a suggestion of who he wants Obama to put on the cabinet, and Obama literally did not deviate from this list at all. And so there you go.
Now they all do that.
Yeah, but so was Bush and so was Clinton. But I
think
just
Trump
want to put
didn't do
that out
that shit. But anyway, this is Matt Stoner before Finance News. Kind of interesting. QAnon. Yep. Jesus. So they claim it's a bipartisan political talk show. The show is hosted by actor and producer Matt Stoner. It's Matt Stoner. So it's Matt Stoner. Now look at this one. This is a clip by Matt Stoner that is 4 minutes and 20 seconds long. Now you tell me that that's not intentional. And I'll show you goddamn pothead. That's pretty funny.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. At the tone, please record your message.
Hey, I got your message. Is everything okay?
3 subscribers.
I'm coming over.
Jesse, what? Don't come any fucking closer.
No wonder. Oh, shit. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Whoa.
Okay, I just want to talk.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. This is way too dramatic for me. I can't take it. Too dramatic. Pretty sure I know how that one ends there. Wow, there's nothing new has come out. I mean, how... I feel like I'm not getting everything here. You know what? Let's try something. This will be fun. Okay. Let me change this here real quick. Here, just trying to do this on the fly. Okay, here we go. Private window. Let's look at it in a private window, logged out of YouTube, and see if the results are any different. Because we know that, or well, at least with Google, they change the results. Actually looks very similar. I am signed out. So here, let's do this. This now. Put the other one back. Where is it? There we go. Right? Well, got them backwards. There we go. Okay. Logged in on the left, logged out on the right. See what happens. Looks the same so far. Well, kind of. I mean, pretty much, but not exactly. And you can tell it's logged out because it's not showing that I watched them, so it says sign in right there. Citadel just tried to pay me out. Oh, really? Stock Talk Daily? Or is he reading that from somebody else? I bet he's reading that from someone else. We'll see. We'll see. Being a good Frank Mohammed has the nerve to put out a video called Being a Good Person is not what makes you rich. You have to do money things. When he put out that absolutely garbage, ghetto-ass bullshit about Lord Nemesis. Wow. Being a good person. What the fuck would he know about that? Let's see here. Yeah, pretty much the same. It is the same. I guess so. I mean, this whole time I thought, well, Andrew No Money's not showing up over here on this one. Why did he not show up? So far, that's really the only one I've seen that has not been there. Here's a finance news that is not showing up over here. I mean, I always thought it was the dark pool short squeeze. Right. Okay. Well, that clears that up. I mean, I guess I thought that it was going to be different, but that clears that up. Let's see here. Get this back to normal. There we go. Okay. See who Citadel reached out to. Can't be a stock disclaimer. Oh, they changed it. He changed it. It used to say warning.
What's going on, guys?
Oh, shit.
I want to talk about something very big.
Holy
and
shit.
Citadel just hired a heavy hitter from Goldman Sachs in Hong Kong. Wow. Citadel is trying to reach out and is trying to make things even more complicated. And it starts by hiring a heavy hitter from Goldman Sachs. Citadel has just poached another senior banker from Goldman Sachs in Hong Kong as it looks to build out its presence in Asia. Now, the firm.
What does this have to do with anything again? I'm sure we'll get there. Right? What is this even on? What is this? My God. E-Financial Careers. Okay. About a day ago. I don't even... Okay, all right, whatever. Heavy hitter.
Goldman has joined after 20 years at Goldman, and he was most recently the CEO and the chief risk...
He was most recently the CEO. Right, that's what that says right there. CEO. Yep. Jesus fucking Christ. Are you fucking kidding me? This guy is so... Oh my God. I mean... Goldman Sachs, right.
Officer for Asia Pacific Securities at the U.S. Bank. Now, guys, there's always a reason for something. What was the reasoning why Citadel actually hired him?
My favorite was the one when he first went on camera and he said, the apes Well, the apes learned that they have more power than they thought they did, or something like that. We're people who learned that we have more power than we thought we did, or something. It was just ridiculous.
Replacing John Buckley, who joined Hong Kong Exchanges and Clearing as a head of exchange operations and transformations last December. So John Buckley, he's like, you know what? I'm out of here, right? I'm going to focus on something that possibly could make me more money, or
John Buckley
is
what a bastard.
Less corrupted. Now, Coleman's appointment also comes as Citadel is building out its operations in the APAC region as part of its big global expansion drive. And global is proving to be a fruitful recruiting ground. Now, in March of 2021, Wendy Kwong joined Citadel from Goldman as Chief Financial Officer for APAC. Now, in April 2022, Citadel hired Catherine Chan as a corporate attorney covering the market-making hedge fund
article.
business.
I don't even know if I believe this is a real article. You know, I'm not even sure. I don't know. The way it's written and some of these names, I don't know if it's even real.
And Citadel Security. So Citadel is not only going out there and trying to hire, they're trying to hire people that have
with ethnic last names.
Value. And a lot of people are asking, does Citadel still reach out to people, right? Is Citadel reaching out to YouTubers? Is Citadel reaching out to people and trying to tell them, you know what, we'll pay you?
They reached out
right?
to me.
Hedge funds
I told them
are
to take a hike.
Desperate. Right? It's getting exactly to that point. Right? And of course, guys, I try to make videos for you guys on both topics, whether it's positive or negative. It's stuff that you guys need to hear, and it's things that you guys should always be aware of. Now, since Goldman is potentially hiring another person, right, and I guarantee he's making high six figures, if not a lot more, that shows you that Citadel's money, it's not going anywhere, right? And the main reasoning for that is their payment for order flow system. They're making a ton of money. So even if they are losing in the markets, what if they have enough money to finally pay off those margin calls when they start? You have to be careful. Citadel is a very, very risky business.
They're snakes.
But one thing we know
Citadel,
is that no one, and I mean no one, will get away from the corruption with the apes.
Well, what does the rest of this say, though? Citadel was founded by Ken Griffin. Griffin has big growth plans for a separate Citadel Securities. So what are we talking about here? We're obviously not talking about, we're talking about Citadel. Hedge fund businesses of Citadel. Big growth plans for a separate Citadel Securities electronic market making business after selling a $1.15 billion stake in January to Sequoia Capital and crypto investor Paradigm in a deal that values it at $22 billion. Now, see, if I were making these clickbait ass videos, I'm going to start at $15 an hour, right? No bennies. But all the coke you can snort. If I were making these clickbait videos, I would have put out a video saying, Ken Griffin loses big in crypto, right? At a time when Citadel is trying to break into they're not trying to break in. They're just gonna step in to the crypto space. Why not hype the fact that crypto is down so much? Oh, good job, Ken. Yeah. Great. You bought in at the right time, right before it was going down. Good job, Ken. Bullish for AMC. Super bullish. See, I could do the clickbait thing. I could do it better than anybody else. Probably. But, alas. That's, somebody else can go do that. One of you guys. Model 3 dude. I know you've always wanted to start a YouTube channel. The investment is intended to fund a global expansion plan that could also be a precursor to a stock market flotation. Meaning going public, I guess, or I don't know. Citadel Securities, whose CEO is the 39-year-old, hey, that's how old I am. Oh, son of a bitch. Same age, and he's the CEO. Legitimately, it does say CEO this time, not COO. Ping Zhao, CEO of Citadel Securities. Damn it. I failed. Has big growth plans in Asia in terms of market making and its institutional business. Yeah, see, good luck, Asia. You got Citadel securities coming your way. They're going to ruin your markets. And in its institutional business is looking to hire across the region. It is also looking to become a market maker in crypto and is looking to hire globally to support this initiative. My question is, why do they need to hire anybody? It's all electronic anyway. And I guess they have to hire people to program it and run it, but they're not going to hire as many people as they would have 20 years ago, I bet. 25 years ago. Cool. Great video. Great video.
I mean, Citadel's...
The end of his videos are always, a lot of times, are the best, because he'll summarize it and, you know, try to synthesize it.
Growth plans for separate Citadel Securities, electronic market making business, after selling a $1.15 billion
where he goes off, where he just starts talking.
So that values it at about $22 billion. So Citadel Securities, right, the hedge fund, is valued at $22 billion. Think about that. $22 billion with a B. Almost 10% of Elon Musk's, right? I mean, Citadel's Ken Griffin is making some serious noise. But what happens when all that money was corrupt? What happens if that money was all corrupt? He would lose everything. Let me know what you guys do think down in the comments down below.
Brilliant.
And as always,
he will lose everything. Brilliant. But you know, of course, the irony here is that the irony here is that it's $22 billion, almost whatever of Elon Musk's wealth. Probably not, though, now. And the irony is Elon Musk's wealth, quote unquote wealth, is essentially, well, it is dependent on the Tesla stock price. So, yeah, because most of it is in Tesla stock. So, it's this weird, like, reflexive relationship, because Citadel controls all the prices of everything, including Tesla stock. So, in a roundabout way, Elon Musk's wealth is dependent on Ken Griffin. Ken Griffin controls Elon Musk's wealth. Think about that. No, you know, how much Elon lost. Let's find out. Oh, look, TradingView's working again. Good. Great. Let's see year-to-date percentage. Go change this to percentage if it wants to let me. Oh, come on. So I spoke too soon. Oh, why does it keep going to this? Oh my God. Fuck. I don't want this. Get this off here. Fucker. I feel like a boomer right now. How do I get this off here? I don't want this on here. Oh my God. Huh. Okay, there we go. Had a boomer moment. Fuck, Lynn. Okay. Now, percent year to date. Oh, it's only down 45% year to date. Look at that. Holy shit. 45.8%, or $549. 45.8%. Holy shit. I mean, that's right, because it hit like nearly 1,200. It hit 1,200, but that's really putting it in perspective. So let's see, the all-time high was what? 1243. 47%. Hey, you know, I'm just keeping it real. Just keeping it real. I mean, I'm not saying I have no opinion, no comment, no feeling one way or another, but this is the reality. Now, what they need to do, see, here's what they need to do. They need to fix that full self-driving. They need to get that shit fixed. You know, otherwise, not going to be good. Fix that, or fix it or get rid of it. You know, my opinion, but and get that robot, get the robot out there, get the the brain implants going. Oh yeah, SpaceX recently got dinged, for lack of a better term, from the FAA regarding their Boca Chica launches. I don't know if you saw that, Lynn. I don't know if the common sense skeptic has done anything on it or not, but I did see it in the news. I saw it on something, Bloomberg maybe. Here it is. FAA requires SpaceX to take over 75 actions to mitigate environmental impact of planned Starship Super Heavy launches. Closures will not be allowed on certain days. Monitoring of vegetation and wildlife. Ensuring notification of communities around engine noise and sonic booms from launches. You mean from explosions, right? That's the RUDs. Not from the launch. Get the robotaxi out there, right? Exactly. Expand the Tesla and Tunnel initiative. You know, the loop system. Get the Hyperloop going, okay? Let's get the vibranium Hyperloop running, okay? Coordinating with state and federal agencies to remove launch debris from sensitive habitats. That might be the trash that you're talking about, Lynn, or unless you're talking about the whole thing. Adjusting lighting to minimize impact on wildlife and the nearby beach. See, that affects the turtles, I believe, the sea turtles, the lighting, because even even in Florida and places like that, lights are restricted outside facing the ocean because of the turtles. So they do have the documents available. Maybe we'll look at those later, but environmental review. So there's that. Oh yeah, and also I can't forget this one. The SpaceX point-to-point travel delusion. Somehow it'll be more cost effective to launch a rocket to get from New York to Hong Kong or something. So get all those things going, you know, and then then create one big holding company for all of it, you know, and then it could rival Berkshire, I think. Get Tesla, solar, I guess, is now part of Tesla. SpaceX, Boring, Neuralink. Yeah, I think that could easily be a $200,000 stock. Yeah, no. Anyway. God damn it. Fucking Elon Musk. So again, there is nothing in this video or proof that anyone tried to pay you. Stop spreading lies. I wish YouTube would ban Bush League bait click guys like you. Bush League. Oh, what a pisser. This guy is so disingenuous. If he has a business, I would not buy from him, but I would tell others, beware. This one and finance news irritate me the most. Yep. Bro, you hurt the movement. Well, he doesn't care about the movement. Citadel is not reaching out to YouTubers. They will never reach out to you in particular. You don't even show the most basic understanding of markets and exchanges. Oh, Jesus. The most basic understanding. Too clickbaity. Had to unsubscribe. Clickbait, clickbait. Please look up his Cayman Islands money. Add another $40 billion to your number. Carrie McVeigh. Long lost unknown daughter of Timothy. I don't know. I'll sell mine for $2,500 per share. Not greedy here. Oh, that's not greedy. That's not greedy at all. $2,500. Give them my number. $1,000 a share. What are these people smoking? I don't even know. Okay. Let's check out some of these people. Carrie McVeigh. Morning meditation. So she did not take after her father. That's good. No videos. Nothing. 7 subscribers. Felicia Skis. Good, bad, and retarded. Is that talking about the apes? Or what about this one? What is it? Is it? I don't know if it's going to show it. It might not show it. Yes, it shows it. Anybody remember this? Anybody remember Quantum Leap? I mean, I know there's some people that remember Quantum Leap. It's what the apes do every day.
I'm retarded?
It's actually a great episode.
I'm retarded?
From a time when you could say that on TV. Can't anymore. That would never happen either. This would never happen. But what great writing. It's great writing, you know. His name's Jimmy. It's actually a really good episode. But I don't even want to know what the apes see when they look in the damn mirror in the morning. I have no idea. But you can't say that shit now. You can't. What about Redbox? We're running out of things to look at here. Wow, a whole new, well, with the exception of this guy, a whole new, wait, did we look at this one? We might have looked at this one already, but Fat Man! Fat Man!
What's up, YouTube?
Yeah, I think so, because I already
What's up on a
thumbed up
Friday night? Don't lose your money. Don't lose your money. The market is crazy. You got to get in, you got to get out. That's the key. Get in and get out. Grab your bag when you make that money. You play it going
yeah,
up.
We're good.
You play it going down.
I just want to hear the one part coming up
You
here.
stay to make money and buy a good company for the future. AMC, Redbox, they are pumping dumps. I got you say it. They all pump and dump. They say, fat man, fat man. Fat man say they all pump and dump. Red box, they all pump and dumps. I got you say it. They all pump and dump. They say, fat man, fat man. Fat man say they all pump and dump stocks. They garbage.
Garbage.
And y'all know what's going on with the CEO. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't really have much to say tonight.
There isn't much to
Only
say
I
anymore,
say
is
get
there?
in and get out. The early bird catch the worm. You make a profit, get out. Yeah. I love it.
All right. It's been a while since we looked at a strongman personal finance. Christopher Bell, author of Don't Be a Broke Loser, available on Amazon. Strongman, VT shill.
Boom, 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 boom. You better buy my course, bro. Ho, ho, ho. Did you know I used to plunge toilets at Walgreens? That means that I'm qualified to teach you about stocks.
I wish I could do that.
Strong
I
Man
can't do
Personal
that.
Finance. My name is Christopher
I have no idea
Belli.
how to make
I'm
that
a certified CPA accountant. I'm a long-term boglehead investor. I'm author of the book Stop Being a Broke Loser. It's on Amazon. And we're going to talk about my course, bro. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying a new thing on my channel. Now, as y'all know, I have a tutoring business on the side.
Wait, he actually is? Oh, okay. I thought he was making fun of something. I thought he was making fun of Meet Kevin. What else has he got? He's got 6,000 subscribers. That's what he's got. That's what he's got. What's Scotty got? Batman. 993. Holding that 993. It's okay. It's a good lesson in resistance levels. Huge resistance level at 1,000. Psychological level. So we got to test it a few times. We tested it once. We'll test it again. Might test it 2 or 3 times. And then we'll just shoot through it. You know how it is. You know how it is. Let's see. 1,000th video special. The state of YouTube personal finance. Oh, that's probably good. It's probably good, but it's too long. Oh, wow. Susie Ormond. Credit Susie. That's Credit Susie right there. Credit Susie. Well, here's one about Ape Father. That's relevant, right? I wonder if he ever responded.
Hey, everybody! It's the Ape Father here. Hey, what's up, man? Woo! Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. My name is Christopher Belli.
I like to.
Father here. Hey, what's up, man? Woo! Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. My name is Christopher Belli. I'm a certified CPA accountant. I'm a long-term boglehead investor. I'm author of the book Stop Being a Broke Loser. It's on Amazon. And we got to talk about the Ape Father, okay? This man, this sexy hunk of a man, never ceases to amaze me, all right? Let's go review the history of the Ape Father. So first of all, the Ape Father got famous because he said, buy AMC! And then a couple of his videos took off, and he got lucky. He got a bunch of subscribers. And we all know what happened to AMC, okay? AMC is a dying theater company. The short squeeze already happened. It's a big fat joke. So what does a father do? You know, he looks at his YouTube channel. I think deep down he realizes his AMC is just a big fat joke, even though he YOLO'd, what, hundreds of thousands of dollars into it. But he sees his channel starting to decline because, as I rightly predicted, the longer time goes on, the less and less interest people are going to have in this stupid meme stock that was popular basically 2 years ago. Do you think in 10 years' time we're still going to be talking about AMC? No, we're not. So a father decides that he needs to evolve, okay? His channel needs to grow. He needs to talk about different subjects that will help his fans and him build massive wealth. So he starts to dabble in GameStop, another stupid meme stock. But once again, that's also unsustainable. I mean, those are just two trash stocks that are eventually going to go to zero. I mean, maybe AMC will survive, maybe. GameStop, I don't know. I think GameStop's done, son. But GameStop, people got bored of that too. They're getting bored of it. 100%.
They waited way too damn long to do the NFT thing. They got into NFT. I mean, they were basically an uninformed investor. With, the, you know, they waited too long. They got in once the bubble had already burst. I don't even. Is their thing even live? I don't even know. Do they even have anything on it yet? And what's going on with this damn stock split? I'm gonna keep asking that until something happens, or they just go ahead and issue shares. You know,
100%. I mean, there's still some diehard fanatic clowns that are buying GameStop and making videos, mostly the grifters that, you know, promise you're going to 10x and then just collect ad revenue. So then Richie decides to branch out into another area. Dogecoin. He calls it Dogecoin, not Dogecoin. Dogecoin, because I'm from New Jersey. And now Dogecoin is just getting freaking wrecked. As a matter of fact, the king of Dogecoin, what's his name? Duficio Constanza. Oh. You know, the freaking Dogecoin millionaire, whatever his name is. I don't know what his name is, and I don't care. He is about to break even on his Dogecoin investment, okay? So even the king of Dogecoin is getting wrecked. So a father's like, dang, AMC's trash. I know it, even though I put a massive part of my life savings in there. GME is trash. It's a stupid gaming company. You know, oh, come to our brick and mortar store when everything's digital now. Dogecoin is freaking worthless trash, you know. Oh, that was so hard to predict it would go down and, you know, continue to fall, which it has been doing. And now he's got a new thing in his mind, okay? He's going to the next scam. Redbox.
Oh, Matt Perry.
I call it Sharkbox. Dropbox is Fartbox. Redbox is Sharkfox. Sharkbox. So Redbox is another short squeeze play, okay? You can actually go look at the short interest, at least from what I could find on the internet. It has a 200% short interest. Synthetic shares. Or, you know, one share can be shorted multiple times. It's possible. It's called rehypothecation or something like that. I read that in a book. Pretty interesting. But the stock has a massive short interest.
Still on track.
Have you looked at the
Q2
financials
launch.
of Redbox?
Oh
my God. So if you don't know what Redbox is,
well,
it's
they have a couple weeks.
It's literally a red box full of DVDs. And they're usually outside the mall or, you know, like a, you know, Walmart, stores like that. And you go up to it, you pay $1, and then you get out a DVD, and then you got to deposit it back eventually. Now, let's think about that for a second. Do most people use DVDs now? Do you even have a DVD player? Like, I'm talking to the average person that watches my channel. Do you even have a DVD player? No. Okay, my only DVD player is a freaking Xbox One that I don't even have plugged in. It just sits collecting dust in my bedroom. That's the only DVD player I have, and most people don't even have one. I bet you younger kids don't even know what a freaking DVD player is. You know, just like a cassette player. Remember those? I do. That's how old I am. I'm old! So, DVDs are going the way of the dinosaur, okay? So what does a father do? He sees that a stock went up, Redbox, and the stock is dependent on people renting DVDs, which are a dying, you know, part of the economy. And if you actually go look at the financials of Redbox, I did a video about it. You can go watch it again. It's literally like consistent, massive declines in revenue every single year. Decline. And these aren't tiny declines. These are massive declines. This is a obviously dying company. And I remember looking at the balance sheet, and I'm pretty sure they would go bankrupt in a year. They're going to go bankrupt in a year. However, they're being acquired by this chicken soup for the kid's soul company stock, this company. So it's getting acquired for whatever reason. Like, why are you acquiring this company? Why are you buying Redbox? I don't understand. So that company's probably trash too. Why would you buy Redbox?
How about this?
So the whole, scam movement is shifting over to Redbox. And it kind of saddens me because this really indicates to me that this whole,
I've got a catalyst. Top Gun Maverick. DVD and Blu-ray release date is estimated for August 2022. Squeeze catalyst right there. All right, I know what my next video is. Squeeze catalyst right there. Yep. And of course they have this Amazon shit all over here, even though the website is DVD's release dates. Jesus. Similar DVD releases. Bambi 2. Yeah, it's very similar.
Squeeze, grift, trash, clown movement isn't dying. They're just going from stock to stock. But that's the ape father, okay? Now he's all about Redbox. And I have it on, decent authority that he bought it basically at the top. So I wonder how much this freaking clown is down. Redbox has started to sell off, okay? It had that massive run. It had a massive freaking run. Pretty incredible. Did most people buy in at the bottom? No. Very few people bought in at the bottom, okay? That's how all these freaking scams work. Very few bought in at the bottom. But, you go on the internet and everybody's claiming they bought in at the exact bottom. I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. 99 times out of 100, you're never going to buy the bottom of these short squeezes. And what you're going to do is you're going to buy a trash stock at an insane valuation and lose all your money. And that's exactly what's happening to Redbox. I see it popping up on YouTube everywhere. Everybody's like, oh, short squeeze, but get in now. And I bet you the bubble's already freaking popped. Most likely, and if it doesn't pop today, it's going to pop in the next couple of days. Because it's a trash company. It's complete and utter garbage. It's stupid. So, of course, the ape father gets involved. And once again, he's probably going to lose a massive sum of money. Now, ape father, look, man. How many mistakes do you have to make before you finally listen to me, okay?
Look, man.
Your YouTube channel, maybe you're doing this so you can, get attention on your YouTube channel. You would make more money just shutting down your YouTube channel, which would prevent you from making stupid decisions like this, and instead just buying decent investments like an index fund, okay? I say this over and over again, you laugh at me, but every time you buy crap after it's run up, you buy right at the top of a bubble, and you lose your butt. How many times do I have to explain to you? You suck at this. You are awful at this. And I'm not saying I'm great at timing short squeezes either. I'm freaking awful at it. I'm horrible at it. I don't do it because I suck at it. I don't know what stock's gonna squeeze. I don't know what stock these freaking clowns on Wall Street Bets or whatever are gonna get into next. I can't predict that, so I stay away from that whole area. And guess what? I'm doing just freaking fine. So, Richie, how many mistakes do you need to make, man, before you finally start listening to me? I think you should just shut your YouTube channel down, man. It's dying.
Shut it down.
Okay. Every time I check, you have less and less subscribers. And I know your ad revenue from YouTube ain't that great, all right? I don't make that much from ad revenue. I know you don't either. Now, instead of trying to impress people and get views on your channel by buying these stupid stocks and getting caught up in these crazes, just delete your YouTube channel. You probably won't be tempted to buy this freaking trash anymore, all right? So I'm curious to see how much money the ape father loses. I really am curious to see, because I have it on pretty decent authority that he bought really freaking high. Now, I'm sure he'll make a response video where I actually 10x. I'm sure he did. Anyway, that's it, man. I'm offering you an hour of personal finance tutoring. For free.
I was like, wow, it's
for
up.
free.
Well,
I will tutor you for an hour on how to fix your personal finances. And I hope you take me up on that offer because I care about you, Richie. Okay, I care about you.
He's only lost.
Anyway, that's it. Have a wonderful day. Cheers.
Future projections. Well, they are projecting him to grow, but who the hell knows how they do this? Pretty flat. Pretty damn flat. So what video did he put out this week? Who knows? I don't know how do you gain negative weekly video views? I don't know how that works, but that was his big pop right there. Oh, by the way, look at this C plus YouTuber here. Big days here. Sweet. I like this though. I don't mind that. Mind this though. Well, you know what? In about 3 years, two years and 8 months, we'll have 100,000 subscribers. So, but you know, these guys will still be talking about AMC. I'm sure they will, or the next Redbox, the next GameStop. Yep. God help us if we're still talking about fucking AMC next year at this time. God. Oh my God. Let's see. A couple more here. Well, you know what, Model 3 dude? I'm going to kick the song. I'm going to kick the song. Here's the song. Kick it. Kick the song. Where's the music? Turn up the music. Turn it up. Turn it up. I want to dub in Turn It Up from Sweet Home Alabama in the beginning of this song. I just kind of like want to hear that. It's like the best, like the confluence of cultures, the best of both cultures.
Show, yelling and screaming on the front row. Jumped on stage, knocked me down. You made me horny. I drug you around, put you in the van, took you to the tail. On the way there, you was texting on your cell. You jumped out the van before I got the room. Hopped in the car with your girl and went zoom. You dance with girls like a freak. You promised me a threesome.
See who else we got here. About Rico.
What about what's her name? She changed her mind. So many people coming through. I can't get time alone with you. At least
the right one? No, of course it's not. Who else we got these days? I haven't actually haven't looked at finance news lately. Is that Miami?
You got a real bad temper. I got another woman that wants me to pimp her. Out of sight, out of mind, sipping wine, someplace I can't hear you whine. You're too controlling. My chin is something you shouldn't be holding. You need to tuck your tail. You're a woman, but you think you're an alpha male. Till you're laying on the ground, bleeding like hell, begging the cops to take me to jail. Inconsiderate, selfish.
I don't get it.
Your legs, I smell fish. You talk too much to everybody. So flirtatious, so naughty. How can you be jealous on Facebook, keeping up with your ex-fellas? You full of shit, full of shit, full of shit. And you need to quit. Baby, you full of shit, full of shit, full of shit.
A lot of these guys are basically flat on the year.
Now what the fuck we supposed to do?
Flat.
You disrespectful.
I break your neck, ho.
I'd rather live alone than listen to you moan and
Yeah. He's hit that 100,000 wall. Let's do this real quick. We will be we'll be talking until Trey ODs, Teddy shows his full face, Frankie sells all the strike up, Ape Father has a heart attack, and Al gets a real girlfriend. In other words, one that, you know, doesn't charge by the hour, I think is what you mean, right? Matt Kohrs. Good old Matt Kohrs.
It's not fly to me for you to invade my privacy. Money take, trouble make, orgasm fake. Who's fucking up my schedule?
Downward trend on the subscribe. I like this. I like that. Worldwide. Let's go worldwide. Yep. Downward trend. Very low. Super chat. So he's still making, last week, he made $934 in the last 7 days on super chats. He's still raking it in. And that's not bad. $1,000, $900, 40, 41, 52. Jesus. Some subscribers. Can we get, am I on here? I don't know if I am. That's bullshit. Let's see. I need to get my actual, the channel is this weird long ass string of, yeah, alphanumeric string, or alphanumeric. This, of course, that, right? And it doesn't come up, but if you on Social Blade, that's what it does show up here in the URL. So, but I guess maybe, you know, because of the monetization thing, I don't know. Anyway. Not there. Not there. Nope. Oh. Why would these come up? Certainly not going to come up any of that. Let's see here. Try that. Oh, okay, no. Nope. Still two small potatoes. That's all right. Oh yeah, Lou. And until Lou goes to jail again, right? Can't leave that one out. Lucifer. The world. Wait. Are these actually separate channels? Yeah, they are. They are. Yeah. 20 subscribers. Daily averages $34 to $544 ad revenue. Lost some in the last couple months, last few months. I don't know what's going on with that. What is this one? The World According to Lou. I just thought that he changed the name of his, yeah. Maybe he went with the backup channel strategy. Good strategy. Good strategy. Pretty much flat. All right. So here's the last thing. All right. Have a good night, guys. See you tomorrow for future.
Okay. I need the price to go up. Like very soon. I can't take this anymore. I'm checking price and it is lower every hour. Check price, bet price. I can't take this anymore. I have over-invested by a lot. I need the price to go up already. Can they do something?